Testing. 1, 2, 3. Abiadi looks like he's been out in sea.
Look, I get it, man. A man how many looks. It's hard for people to take. I keep telling you shouldn't do this trim as well, bruv.
Why? Why is everyone on to me about my trim? I like
Because
my
it's
trim.
the anti-poon, bruv.
Is this a new trim?
A couple of weeks ago, and actually,
You just need to do a little fade, leave the top.
you couldn't be any more wrong.
No, I'm not wrong.
These,
I'm not wrong. You may get a few things with this.
Yes, as-
I'm teaching you to level up.
as Jacob Zuma said, the membership figures are growing.
The thing is, yeah,
Just say it. Just
I'm
say
getting
it.
like Latino reggaeton. No, you know who you look like?
Don't.
Like you sing bachata songs.
I'm literally called Johnny Vivas. I've had this my entire life.
Oh my gosh, I forget Johnny Vivas. Wow.
Like a salsa trumpet player. Just fulfilling my destiny.
This could terribly. Episode 46.
Jeez, is it?
I think it is.
Is it? It is.
Barabi. Because that's embarrassing if
Thanks.
not.
Thanks.
This could end terribly. Episode 46, live and direct from the home of grime. But it is though.
I know, but the suggestion is your home is the home of grime.
No, but it is though.
I'm glad someone's called him out on that.
Sorry.
Fine.
But it is though. I listen to Bear Grime here.
You didn't invent grime in this house, though, did you?
I mean, that's not what it's intended on the. Yeah, if this is what you guys are on today, I will take the gloves off.
I can kind of feel it's gonna be a smoky episode.
I will take the gloves off.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I have to be the amicable
Yes.
moderator. I don't have to do the amicable moderator shit every week. If I'm getting it from both sides, I will dash it out on both sides.
You are dressed as a waiter today. To be fair, ready to serve.
I'm here in my short shorts with some very special guests. One of my regular co-hosts, who I don't really like today, and a much more less regular co-host. She's back by popular demand.
Yes.
Hi there.
Grace Kaboom.
Kaboom.
Kelly.
Let's go.
I mean,
Thanks,
are we allowed to hit the streets with that, or is that
Yeah,
Just
absolutely.
government names
too
getting
late?
thrown about.
It's too late.
Yeah.
Shout out our, in order of priority,
Okay.
Apple Podcast listeners.
Yes.
I'm setting my stall out.
Okay.
Our
Interesting.
Spotify listeners.
Yes.
Our YouTube listeners.
Yeah, nasty people.
Our SoundCloud listeners.
Yes.
And our Amazon Music listeners.
Yes. Well, do we not rate the Amazon listeners?
To be honest, I got us on there. I don't know who's listening on there.
Okay.
Don't know how to check the stats.
Yeah.
So
I
Know
feel
what I
like
mean?
people who listen to podcasts on Amazon are like the last people that watch porn on xnxx.com.
yeah.
Like you man are just using different platforms. Just catch up with everyone
XNXX.
else.
That's amateur shit, bro.
That was old school. That was old school. That was like
It's still around.
One, yeah.
LimeWire era
I was
porn.
about to say, it's like saying LimeWire for, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
I really like it when women get involved in like porn website chat.
Yeah. But we did this on the porn. We had the Pornhub review of the year. Remember?
But I don't
At
think
Christmas.
Olga actually gave us a website she goes to.
No, it's probably just Pornhub.
Like Samantha likes you porn, and I'm like,
That's fucking
That's like
sus.
bear shit. That's
Yeah,
like
that's
Kazaa.
weird. That's weird.
I know it's crazy, right?
And there's
I mean, my
PornTube
mum
as
doesn't
well.
listen to, she doesn't know what a podcast is, so to
Very
be honest,
good.
Yeah.
I'm safe.
Yeah, X videos.
Whatever I want.
X videos is old school.
No, but that's the go-to.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, over Pornhub.
It's got range.
Yeah.
Okay.
X videos got more range, but
Yeah.
you can stumble into some crazy stuff on X videos
Yeah,
though, if
I'm
you're not
You have to
careful.
be careful with that one there.
Yeah, you have to be very careful.
Cannot click for fun.
You have to be very,
Targeted,
very
Have to
careful.
such
do what he
is.
wants.
Welcome back, Grace Kelly.
Many thanks. It's great to be back.
How you been?
You both look fantastic.
Thanks.
you
That's
very
not what
much.
you were saying outside,
Yeah.
but whatever.
Actually, let's not revise history.
Yeah. Have you got a pina colada holder? What is this contraption?
It looks like Uruguay finest,
It
doesn't it?
does.
What's the cup that them
Let
Uruguayan
me
play?
the matcha
tell
thing.
you.
The matcha.
It looks like
yeah.
Rich served it to you by the pool.
It's a thermos
Okay.
situation, but
Yeah.
for cold drinks.
Ah.
And because it's been very hot in the office, I make myself iced coffee. That's where I'm at in my life right now. That's the kind of
The 30s
automation that
30s got you down bad.
Do you know what I'm like? I need comfort. I realized in the last couple of weeks, the older you get, it's just that your tolerance for discomfort decreases
I agree.
rapidly.
Soft
Amen.
life.
Exponentially.
Soft life every day.
Every
I
day.
can't.
So what you been doing since the last time we saw you?
I've been working like a dog.
That's not entirely true, Grace,
No,
is it?
I've been having a great
I
time.
was going to say, like,
Living my best life.
the tan is still tanning.
It's about.
This
still
tan,
there.
though.
It's still there.
This tan. We're going to get to what this tan has accomplished.
Oh.
We
Oh,
have. You know, there's an order. There's an order of. There's a schedule, isn't there?
An itinerary.
Itinerary, guys. But truly though, I've been working bare, which means
Just
I've been
tanning and
travelling
working.
bare.
Just-
And when you switched
it.
off the work, you took a plane. You caught flights and not feelings.
No feelings.
Maybe
And you
little
found
both.
yourself on Praia da Rocha Beach
Madre mia.
to see the finest in Afrobeats talent
Let me tell you now,
during Afronation
Let me-
2022.
it was fantastic.
Oh,
Can you tell us more?
It was a movie. I'll be honest with you. It was just. I have to shout out though. So I call them my South African contingent.
Okay.
I've got some South African friends who are bougie as fuck.
Love it.
So obviously I had this ticket for like 2 years, and after going Yam Carnival last summer, I was a bit scared. I was
Yeah.
like, Yam Carnival, they ran out of jollof.
Yeah.
Like the queues for food and the aunties who
And
were
the
serving.
jollof was like 20 quid or some shit,
It was
right?
20 quid, but also
Swear.
what was hilarious was that the aunties weren't, I think maybe it was their first festival, right? So when they ran out of rice, all they had was meat. And people were like, we'll just have the meat. And they were like, you cannot just have meat. What do you mean? So they wouldn't sell us the meat.
Swear
And we
down.
were like, aunties, there's nothing else left. But they literally were just looking at us puzzled.
Yeah, no, that's a
Bamboozled,
big
bruv.
computer says no moment
Literally,
for like
you could
African
see
mothers.
the short circuit in.
Yeah,
I'm just going to have to
You
meat
want-
and
you
no
want meat
rice.
and no
Nah,
rice.
that's
And really, in
nothing,
your
yeah.
heart of hearts, you know there's no point arguing.
Yeah.
You know there's no point arguing.
This is the thing. There's a crowd of like 40 people
You
talking
just
to
close
these
the
women.
pot. You just close the pot. She closed it.
Close the curtain, fam.
So
So I was
who
a bit
was
scared,
who
but-
was the best performer?
Oh, Burner Boy, hands
yeah.
down. The Amapiano stage was the most consistent. That was sick. And vibes, just vibes upon vibes, a cartel of vibes.
Who was the worst?
It was Wizkid. Can you imagine?
Ooh.
I've paid to see you perform, but your performance is pointing the microphone at the audience.
Oh, I love it. Get that bag, bro.
I'm glad you raised that because people get away with this far too much these days.
It's
you know?
not DIY concept.
Yeah,
do
yeah,
you know
no,
what I
no,
mean?
no, no.
Can we do it? Can we do it? Bad energy, stay
I don't know.
I don't know.
far away.
Far away.
Jodo, Jodo.
Jada.
Jodo.
Yeah. You guys got there eventually.
Pulled that one out the bag.
Yeah. Pride of Russia Beach, man. It's a nice little place. Did you peruse Portimao and that part of Portugal?
We did. So we stayed in this lovely villa and we had a pool. Let's look, the realness is, okay, we left every day at 7 p.m. These people came, the pre-drink was champagne. I went Veuve Clicquot.
Yeah, that's
You know,
crazy.
it was very wild. I have some very good photographs
Yes.
of these moments.
Some good content.
Some very good content. So you can imagine we left every day at 2 p.m. and there was a theme amongst my friends. Every night somebody lost a shoe. I don't know.
Just one or two?
Just one shoe.
Nightmare. That's
It was
very
never
weird.
both.
Yeah, yeah.
Nightmare.
Just one shoe.
Just hobbling.
Hobbling through the sand. I lost like 4 kg
Okay. What,
In that
from
week.
losing shoes?
Wow.
from walking in that sand and from dancing and from searching for shoes.
4
I see.
kg.
Fam, 4 kg.
That's
Right.
good. That's good cardio, you
Yeah,
know?
it was.
Someone spiked your jollof, bruv.
Do you know what? This is the thing. On the last day where like my almost 32-year-old self was like, okay, this drinking every day. My body
Can't handle.
My liver was shouting at
We
one
don't have the
point, like, you
capacity.
will stop today. I will stop you. I will sit you down. And then it caught. So it was probably the most sober day at the festival. And I was like, I need to use the loo. And I was like, have I used the loo this entire time I've been
Swear
here?
down.
I was like, I don't think I've. Wow.
Is it as severe for women when you break the seal, so to speak? So like
Yeah.
when us guys go for a piss the first time,
game over.
It's game over.
Yeah,
Especially
yeah,
if
yeah.
you've not eaten.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it exactly the same?
It's almost like you almost feel like you have a urinary tract infection.
Yeah.
Like, I guess
Are
the
you
point where
guys
it's
able to?
like-
I guess you have no way of comparing, but do you guys have to hold it better? Because again,
I think we
can't.
No.
There's no
I think we have the equipment to hold it better. To be fair,
the equipment.
I feel like
Yeah.
we have.
I will say that,
we've been
like-
fitted with the right kit.
The only expression of male privilege that I actually believe in is like our ability to just like do a sly one around the corner. It is more bleak for you lot.
It's one of the few things that I'm envious about with men.
Yeah.
Johnny,
Truly.
how are you, sir?
I'm all right. Been trying
Thank
to
you
keep...
for sacking off dates to be here. It's really nice of you, bro.
Is that what
It's
you're
not,
trying to do
it's
to me?
not like it's your podcast or anything.
Jesus.
Well done.
I've been trying to keep up my fitness regime. I did my first ever HIIT class yesterday.
Okay. High intensity interval.
Yes.
Training.
Severely underestimated.
Yeah, I hear.
I did not have the facilities for it, big man.
Where did you do it?
At my gym.
Where's that?
It's located in London,
Where?
central London,
Whereabouts?
near the city.
What's the name of it?
Anyway, I walked in there and
Why so secretive?
no, it's because
Because
he's trying to bait me out.
you know, Commie Johnny doesn't want to let people know.
Yeah,
that
it's
he's
a
actually
well-known
capitalist
socialist
who
meeting
goes to the
spot.
gym at the Ned.
Ah, the
Yeah.
net.
Yeah, it's a well-known socialist meeting spot. There's a lot of
Socialist meeting.
It's a shit gym though.
no, factually incorrect. It's a very good gym. It's very enjoyable. It's never busy.
That's because you've been caught up in that capitalist shit, babe.
Maybe.
Sorry.
But sometimes you're allowed to enjoy the fruits of your
Capitalism.
basically entrapment to
Yeah.
capitalism.
Yeah.
So I tried my first ever HIIT class. Walked in there, see like 4 like slim, nice looking girls, whatever. And I was like, I've definitely got like these lot on toast in it. There's no way that I'm getting murked.
Got mad.
Oh boy, the suppleness and conditioning I could not manage.
No.
I was blowing, fuming, all of it. And then because I'd so severely underestimated it, I went to play football afterwards and played against a friend of the show.
Who?
A man we've bigged up since episode 4 or 5 of the podcast.
Who?
Man like Kia Keys.
Ooh.
Kick ball with man.
Is he good?
He's very
Very
tidy.
good. Yeah, no,
very
because I saw him
tidy.
do a charity event.
Yeah, he's
I think
very
it was at
tidy.
Old Trafford or something. He's good.
He's about as left-footed as I am, though. It was embarrassing for the two of us.
But he can
Absolutely no
use. He
interest.
can actually use his though.
Ah.
Do not bite. Do not bite, my friend.
I felt really bad because, like, basically it was him and like his boy, who were like the only 2 good people on their team, spent the entire time like playing on my mate who's playing at the back with me. Just like, when you pick as a striker, you pick with the one centre half who think you come on edge, and they just bullied my boy for a whole game. It was very bleak. But he was a nice guy. Played against other famous people who were dickheads. Yeah, it's kind of bleak. It is kind of bleak. But you know the Butters one from Rizzle Kicks?
The Butters
I
one
know
from
exactly
Rizzle Kicks.
who you mean.
Yeah,
That
and
makes
it's
me
bleak.
No,
We're
but which
putting
one
it.
is the Butters one? Because
The one who's no longer on TV doing shows with my jammer.
is he not better looking than Jordan Stevens?
Oh, no.
Nah.
No.
Jordan Stevens is just an odd-looking bloke, but not necessarily a bad-looking bloke.
The other
Where's
guy
this
looks
guy?
like he could just be like a boohoo model or something. No?
Have we got the same Rizzle Kicks?
Yeah. I actually did a radio slot with him once.
Okay.
So
mother
like,
of
he's
your
not
boy.
Butters.
He was a bit of a waste man on the pitch, though.
Nah, come on. He's not. Isn't Jordan Stevens the Butters one here?
I don't think so.
Come on. He's prettier, isn't he?
I mean,
He's the ugly one.
Beauty is in the eye of the
they're
beholder.
both a bit weak-chinned. So
Oh, haram.
I can't actually.
Haram.
The same way when you meet people with weak handshakes and weak chins, I can't abide by it.
For real, it's
Man,
that
someone
passionate.
someone gave me a soft handshake the other day, and I
It's an instant no.
almost knocked him out.
Yeah,
Like,
Like,
it's
you
an
actually
instant no.
just like,
Yeah, you
wow.
feel sick. You
It's
feel
a
sick.
it was really
Disrespect.
bad.
Are you joking?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
just putting your hand in my palm.
Yeah, no.
Dickhead.
And it's always like a weak handshake always coincides with a sweaty palm as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
How you guys been enjoying the heat wave?
I've loved it. to
I've
be
loved
honest.
it. All the gringos are complaining like it's too hot. It's actually too
Yeah,
hot.
people have
It's
been
just
going crazy.
Just the epitome. So when I was in Monaco for work, and I switched
Oh,
on the news.
say it again.
I was in Monaco for work.
Very
Ooh,
good.
Humble flexing.
Very
Thank you.
good.
Your flex
I
is
was
not my
prepared
flex.
to be there.
I flex differently.
Absolutely. I was paid to be there. I did not
Yes.
spend a penny of my own cash.
Yes.
No, but I turn on BBC News in the morning as part of my ritual, put on the news, whatever. And
Check
there's
in
a
with
little
Homeland.
boy talking about how he burnt his feet on the sand.
Oh, shame.
That was on 7 a.m. news in the United Kingdom.
It's headlines. It's big headlines.
Why do
out
white
here.
people suffer from that shit so much? Like, I can get on sand, and shit just not bother me.
Yeah.
That's really true,
Like, what is it with you guys?
I mean, I can't relate. My feet don't burn on sand.
oh, okay. Just
But he's got a
distancing
bit
himself
of,
from the
he's got a
gringos
bit
again.
Of merengue, innit? He's got a bit of merengue.
Don't give
little
him
bit,
that. No,
a
don't
little
give
bit,
him
little
that.
bit
Don't give him
mestizo,
that. Don't give him that.
yeah.
You see him at the Tottenham pub pre-game. There's no fucking merengue there,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm a cultural chameleon.
There's no fucking
Karma gang in there.
salsa con salsa there, bro.
Why are you so angry. So
I don't
angry
know.
for
Fuck
today.
it. You guys said at the beginning we're on smoke today. Fuck it.
Brilliant.
Fuck it.
It's brilliant. Yeah, I don't know.
Everyone's gonna be going
again.
crazy. I've been getting into arguments on the Central Line this
Swear
week.
down.
Oh man,
No, but
people,
that's a bleak line. I mean,
it's
that's hot
terrible.
in winter.
It's
That's
terrible,
hot
but
in
like
winter.
people need to get it together. Like
Yeah.
we can't be fighting each other. Like,
Yeah, no, I feel like we all need
What
to
do you
organise
mean you're
personal
getting into
space.
argument?
Nah,
What
because I
possible
got
argument?
because you wait at the Central Line at Bank Station, you get on and you'll wait. I let a couple of trains go past. I'm like patient, not in a rush. And then I get on, and then it's the classic case of like you being at the door, you literally can't even go in anymore because it's packed, and then somebody just pushes you from behind,
No,
and you're
no.
like, eh?
There's no need to touch me.
He's saying for all
And you
this.
turn around to them, and you're like, brother, can you relax? And he's like, well, I gotta get on this thing, mate. And it's just like, brother.
Why they got to sound like? Why they got to sound like that?
Because
they
it is
do,
your
Johnny.
people,
They
bruh.
do.
So
Right.
so basically that whole point of that segment was for all the core work you've been doing, you can't keep a little gringo off the train.
Yeah.
Planking for what?
Yeah, I know.
Planking for what?
I know, true. So,
Yes.
good to see you both.
Likewise. How are you,
Likewise.
Rich?
I'm all right. Just at time of recording, patiently awaiting the results of the 191 million euro millions jackpot.
Shit,
are we
I
all
forgot to
rich?
play.
I'm already spending the money in
Are
my
we all
head.
rich?
I'd break you off a couple million. I'm not gonna lie.
So I'll
I'm
break
not
you off a
gonna
couple
lie.
million.
I just want a
I'm not gonna
house.
lie.
Just get me a house.
Just a house.
No.
Yeah.
Any
No,
place.
honestly, that's, I'm sorted.
Where is this house?
Regent's Park.
Preferably Borough, still south of the river.
Borough. Hey.
Yeah.
Cheap.
Yeah, exactly.
190 million, and you can't buy me a house in Borough. Don't let me come down and slap you.
House in Borough.
I'll pull your ear. Don't play
Yeah.
games.
No, I'm not
You
taking
have
a
not
house in
seen these
Borough.
London house prices.
You offered me 2 million. It's on recording. I want that. You can keep your house in Borough.
Yeah, I had the house in Borough. He'd give him his 2 mil. Lovely. I think that's all right.
Everyone's a winner.
Yeah.
It's rolled over like 3 times. Like, can somebody
Yeah.
fucking win this thing?
It's always
You know-
people that look like fucking thumbs with faces drawn on them
please.
that win as well.
Haram.
It really pisses me off. Like the last couple, I was actually quite vexed.
Okay.
Because they were on TV and they were like, oh, we're doing really well.
What?
Did you
This-
remember them?
Yo, yes, they're like this like rich family from Gloucestershire.
No way.
And they won the lottery.
And
They're
they-
like,
No
well, actually, I
way.
was coming up for retirement anyway. So when I saw that I won, I just turned the alarm off, went
Yeah.
back to bed. And I was like, you fucking...
Is that what she said?
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Cost of living crisis.
She won the lottery and then
Not for
just
me,
was
baby.
like, oh, and then went back to sleep.
Yeah.
She snoozed.
She snoozed.
That is haram.
Fam.
Can you imagine if I found out I won the lottery?
I'd call the police.
I would be unbearable.
No, I'd call the police. I'd be shouting the house down, brother. You mad? I think I'd bang Max in the face.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd be
I'd
unbearable.
hit Roman Road and I'll just start slapping tugs, innit? I just start slapping over. I go through my phone book and go to every op in my phone book and call them up and be like, I hate you.
I'd be like, I can actually now pay the price on you, innit? That's what's up.
Yeah.
Literally.
That's what's up.
Don't upset me again,
Innit?
because I will put a price
It's
on your
cheap
head.
work.
I'd be absolutely unbearable.
Yeah. I mean, I'm barely bearable as it is. I'd be horrendous
Yeah.
with 190 million.
It's good to be self-aware.
100%.
Before we get into the topics, Grace came into the house today, and such is my very, very mangled, frazzled mind. You reminded me of something I very much appreciate. Women who are tall and carry themselves and their posture with aplomb. And the reason why you made me think of that is because I saw 1 6 foot something walking down the streets of my lane this week. Hi! The way her shoulders were fucking bending forward.
Oh.
I felt like just cracking her back.
Why are you
like, you are
smoking this
beautiful,
poor
my
woman?
darling. You are beautiful. Don't let these short motherfuckers, don't let these Johnny V's
Wow.
stop you from wearing heels. Don't let these Johnny V's stop
Very
you
good.
from showing us your frame. We love you, tall women.
Vamos.
Keep doing you.
Do you know what?
Let
Can
us
I
see the
just
episode
say
progress.
thank you?
You're
'cause
welcome.
I've actually been working on it.
Good.
Oh, very good.
Yeah,
You're
because
doing shoulders
actually-
and back at the gym, yeah?
I've been doing a lot more like just a lot more mobility stuff.
Okay.
I go in there. Actually, I do quite a lot of hits. I go in there and I'm jumping around
shit.
like
Yeah,
an idiot. But then my PT was like, "He's jokes." Shout out to Mike, my PT.
Shout out, Mike.
Quite rude though, because
Okay.
They have to be, though.
Yeah,
they
he's.
do.
But I like that. I like someone
Yeah,
who's mean.
yeah,
You can't
yeah.
be nice to me. I won't
No,
do
no, no,
shit.
no.
You've got to be mean.
Yeah.
But he goes to me, so we were doing like glutes and stuff. He was like, yeah, there's white girls walking around here with a bigger bum than you, babe. She got to sort it out. And I was like,
Paul.
wow, you went
That's a
All right, so that's a
straight
bit
to
too
the
rude.
nucleus.
Like to the most hurty bit. The most hurty bit.
Also, like the most complex part of my beigeness.
Yes.
You went there.
You went there. You found it.
Mike, wow, more perceptive than I thought. But he gave me all these exercises because he's like, yeah, you got to sort your fucking shoulders out, babe. I was like, thank you, Michael.
Now,
Thank you.
we have to apologise to our non-UK listeners.
Do we?
What for the,
For this next one.
Why?
last episode, we finished recording and we watched a bit of Love Island.
Yes, you did.
Had a drink and a post-pod debrief. A couple of days later, right before we dropped the episode, Boris Johnson finally decided to do the right thing.
And decided choice terminology. But
And what's happened in the meantime has led up to today where we are again kind of against the timing of things.
a recurring theme for the last 18
Tories,
months.
aka the party of Johnny,
Wow. You're
are
literally dressed in their colours
are
right now.
currently in the midst.
Is it Tory vote,
I mean,
bro?
you got blue on as well,
you-
bro.
you're in all blue.
She's wearing the most Tory blue. To
I'm
be
for
fair,
the Ukraine.
that's
Even-
Tory blue as
even
fuck.
the pina colada holder's
Is that
blue.
blue for Ukraine? You
That's
said.
blue for Ukraine.
That's haram. Look, I've got the colours on. Chinoed up.
Quick fire.
The Tories, the Conservatives, are now looking for a new leader after Boris Johnson decided that the pressure was too much.
Too much.
He gave up Tory leadership and said that later on this year, once a successor has been found or named, he will move on from Prime Minister. What has then happened is the full catalogue of careerist Conservatives have made a claim for the premier position in the United Kingdom.
They're all such waste men.
Yeah.
And waste gab.
Names including Rishi Sunak, Sajid Javid, my fellow roundhead.
He's got very
I mean,
round.
my head is nowhere near as round as his, to be fair, even with my shaven face.
I'm not sure.
Suella Braverman,
Oh,
Braverman,
days. Doesn't matter anymore.
Tom Tugendhat,
He was a soldier. I don't know if you mentioned it.
little ting called Penny Mordaunt,
Okay. We're going to have to unpack that
She's
one. in a
new.
minute.
Jeremy Hunt,
Jeremy.
Liz
fair.
Truss.
That one.
Who have I missed out? I think Pretty tried to sing, but
Nah,
couldn't
Pretty-
quite.
no, Pretty was like thinking about it
Yeah,
and bottled
yeah.
it basically. As
Oh.
was Jacob Rees-Mogg.
Kemi Badenoch.
Your girl.
Why are you saying my girl? That's
Kemi-
rude.
Kemi Badenoch.
See what he's doing?
Yeah.
That's
very
baby
cool.
mama.
Yeah, she's Nigerian now. I have to claim it. And others have all put their name forward and are currently, throughout the course of this week, have been going through the nomination process, which has basically meant that on each day, or pretty much every other day, they have had to achieve a certain amount of votes to go through to the next round. We currently have a situation where we're down to the last 5 or 6. Rishi, Liz, Kemi, Tom, Penny,
Yeah.
who are all, as we record, quite annoyingly,
Yeah.
taking part in a debate to tell us why they're going to lower taxes for the rich people and make it better for everybody in the cost of living crisis that they drive us into. But progress, because I have always said that no matter what comes of this situation with the Tories, no matter what my political alliances may be when I vote, all I want from the political landscape is decent people and decent competition. Because I feel if you have a very good political party in power and a very strong opposition, the consumer gets the best deal at the end of the day. But more on that later, because what Labour will do is to be decided, or is going to be determined. But this is the part that I enjoy the most. Johnny's literally had a semi to full blown erection at the prospect of talking about politics at length all week. So I'm just going to kick back with this Havana Club.
And I'm going
And
to
Johnny.
pass mine to be filled.
Can you
In
top
this
up
moment.
Grace?
Will I multitask now?
I will do this.
Would you like the Sprite or are you going for the
I'm
Coke
going to have
mixer?
this Sprite.
So what's been
Okay.
going on at number 10, brother?
Oh, it's just a cascade of haramery, basically.
Cascade of haramery.
Cascade of haramery.
Can I just quickly interject there?
Sure, please.
My mother, Irene Kelly, who's a Jehovah's Witness,
Yeah.
is having the time of her fucking life right now.
Is she? Why?
She's like, it's the end of time.
Yes.
It's the end of time.
They're all
Everything's
sinners.
going wrong.
Yes.
So we're dying.
Yeah. Finally.
That's
By the
what
way,
that's
I've
about.
probably fucked up the mixing, but so just give
Elsa,
that a sip and
it's
let us know.
There are generous people here.
Yes.
That's what it is.
We're all
There are generous
friends.
people.
We're all friends.
So, what do you want to start? How do you want to attack this?
Jesus. Yeah, so Boris, as I predicted a while back...
We're going to talk about your predictions,
Yeah,
buddy.
we are. Yeah, so I'm
Don't
getting
be too fucking
I'm
arrogant.
getting my defense in first. The stage is mine for now. As I predicted a while back, Boris would not be brought down by Partygate. and I said that he'd used up all his political capital surviving that scandal. And the next thing that was marginally contentious.
Can I interject?
No, you can't.
No, I can because
would bring him down.
It's ridiculous to say that Partygate didn't bring him down. Because it massively contributed to why he's no longer here.
But I do think if there wasn't this final gaffe of pincher mincher situation.
Yo, you know that guy one of the guys who he pinched was ex.
No.
Yeah.
Swear down.
Yeah. Before you
Oh,
came.
swear it was him.
Yeah,
He's
brother.
wham.
Brother.
How are you gonna pinch him up?
Brother.
He's wham.
Yo, we are beeping,
We're
bleeping
beeping,
the
yeah.
shit out of that. But
he
it was
is
him. It
wham.
was him, bro.
Swear down.
Yeah, he wrote an article. About it.
Okay.
Yeah.
He left it. He did some
yeah.
comments to go run for a seat and he lost. Waste,
yeah.
man. Shame. Anyway, so as I said, Boris used up all his remaining political capital surviving after the Owen Paterson affair, Partygate, and the next thing would be the thing that brought him down. It's fairly common. Plenty of the prime ministers have fallen through the same thing. They go through a major scandal and then survive that somehow, and it's the next thing that finally rallies the troops around them. So this was always inevitable to an extent. The bet was, does it happen before or after conference? I did think it would happen before conference. Here we are. Boris is finally gone. The reason he's now finally gone is because the difference between something like Partygate and defending Chris Pincher is because you begin to infringe on the party's image of competence. So the Conservatives institutionally are very well aware that they're not popular, but they don't win votes through popularity. They're not a hearts and minds party. They're not a hearts and minds ideology. They win votes when people believe them to be competent. And when Boris starts doing things like stupidly defending sex offenders, that image of competency begins to erode, more so than like, okay, we had some fucking drinks in Downing Street, right? We don't care because we know you don't like us, but you still trust us to run the country. When someone's showing such repeatedly poor judgment, that brings the Conservative self-image of competency and trust.
Yeah, it undermines the
into
authoritarian.
This one thing versus everything else was the straw, you reckon?
Yeah.
In terms of the public's perception of them.
Yeah, because it is unique. It's unique in its brazenness. It's unique in its lack of judgment. It's unique in its portrayal. Yeah, I think it is. Partygate, right. You might write off to a bit of ignorance. Okay, fine. We maybe thought we were bending the rules.
Right, there was, how many parties were there? A bit of ignorance.
Yeah, plenty.
Yeah, but also
plenty.
I think in the nation, bare people were breaking the rules, right?
Yeah.
So I think there's definitely...
This one's unique.
I mean, not everybody in the country
Speak
is
for yourself, Kaboom.
Yeah, no. But this one was unique in just basically this one was unique in being so stupid in defending this guy, so stupid that anyway he had to go. He was no longer competent. He'd lost the trust of the party. He tried to hang on, bless him. A massive case to be written for why this country needs an actual constitution, not just relying on old beans doing good 100%. Things. So he's now finally that kind of like weird system has held up, which means it won't be changed. Conveniently enough, he's now gone. And what that then led to was the very inevitable multi-pronged, multi-universe of fuckery leadership contest where it turned out that half the Conservative Party think that they are good enough to run the country. And here we are. And like people who like nobody, even I hadn't really heard of, were chucking their names.
Who hadn't you heard of?
Reman Chishti. Shout out him. Uncle with the phone.
Yeah, Reman is the joke.
My favourite political joke of the year, someone said that they'd never vote for a Remainer. Oh, thanks very much.
That was your favourite joke of the year?
Yeah. Favorite political joke of the year.
You see these I was going to say, these Twitter man, like, they're not outside. They're not outside.
No, I'm tweeting outside.
No. I'm outside, but I'm tweeting.
Wait, how can you love Ireland and not be a Twitter person?
Exactly. Thank you.
I literally only on Twitter.
I have comments to make on this one.
I'm only on Twitter for my Love Island commentary.
Yeah, and Lin May.
And I got into a beef with Lin May this week on it as well, but that's all right. She didn't want it.
Instantly reply. Anyway,
She didn't want it. What do you mean I instantly replied? Is there a politics around replying as well?
Yeah.
Bruv, drop me out of this shit. Yeah. No. I'm a big man in this thing, innit? I reply. I just reply. When I read it, I reply.
Well, you weren't busy on Saturday, no?
Saturday morning, I was alright. I had a bit of time.
And you spent it.
Can you get back to Reman Christie, bruv?
Everyone threw their hat in the ring, their bowler hats in the ring, and a couple man had to drop out round by round. And we're left with the fuckery 5, basically. I will say, before Rich gives me for it, my main prediction.
Can I say it?
You can say it.
Because Johnny's like, oh, he survived Partygate, but he was going to be out before the conference. Yeah. All right, mate, whatever. Yeah. Ben Wallace was your prediction, and you kept on banging on about it. I wish I could go back to previous episodes and just insert it here.
You can.
No, I can't be asked. It's long. Do you want to edit?
Ben Wallace over Rishi?
I thought he was going to run, and I think he'd be more popular.
Ben Wallace was going to win early doors.
Yeah,
I think to be fair, it was a good prediction. I think, and I think most people. I've got a couple of friends who work in politics, and they were pretty much all saying if Ben Wallace goes in, he's very, very popular.
And he would have won. I actually don't understand why he isn't running. He's very popular on the party base. My bet is that he's taken a strategic view and gone, we are so unpopular, we've had 12 years, we're going to give this one to Labour. And then when whoever comes in, like if an idiot like Liz Truss gets voted in, they get tanked, it's going to be an untenable position. I'll pick up the party.
So who's your next prediction?
So,
and I'm going to ask Grace the same thing.
So for the longest, I thought it would be Rishi +1. And I didn't think it would be Liz Truss, but I think it's going to be Liz Truss. And why I think it's going to be Liz Truss is because...
Fucking loathe that.
Yeah, the ERG have decided... Well, Jacob has bought a chunk of the ERG and the rest of it's split.
Who are the ERG for our non-UK listeners?
The European Research Group, a.k.a. the Brexit Daddies.
Brexit Daddies! Brexit Daddies! Sorry,
man like
that's
Moog
great.
and them.
Man like Bim Afolami and them.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a spectrum. And
We got some Nigerians in there.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Crew.
Yeah.
Shit.
Wow. I can't co-sponsor that, but you can opine.
I'm absolutely using the term.
Yeah.
With my
That's-
chest. What else could you be?
I can't comment.
Good.
yeah.
Well done.
I know my
Well
place.
done.
I have black
Very
friends.
good.
What? Carry on.
Down to the fuckery 5. I'm surprised Ben Wallace didn't run, but I think it's going to be Liz Truss and Rishi. Penny Mordaunt, who Rich brazenly tried to use a second haram chip after his love affair with Priti Patel.
Wow.
Wasn't a love affair.
I don't think
Just
so.
appreciate it.
Tried to play the second one.
I didn't know she was. One of my colleagues was like, she was talking about hot politicians at work, right? In the Tory party.
Did you go straight for Jess Phillips?
No. And she said that like the only hot Tory is Dominic Raab, and I've not forgiven.
What?
And I've not
Excuse me.
forgiven her
Sorry,
since.
is she
Excuse
alright?
me?
And I've not forgiven her since, right?
She alright?
Dominic Raab.
Mad, right? Mazza. And she was like, who do you like out there? And I was just telling her about my ginger thing with Angela Rayner, babes.
She looks like she could headbutt.
And then she was like, what about Penny Mordaunt? And I was like, who's that?
And
And this was like a couple of months ago. So that's how I knew who she was. Otherwise,
Okay.
and then I Googled it and it's got like that bikini thing in it when she's in the swimming pool. Yo.
Splash. That's fucking
Splashing,
jokes.
splashing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was actually,
In Ukraine blue.
Yeah.
it was actually one Italian tabloid that dug up the video. They were like, this woman is next to be prime minister of Inglaterra.
Davide?
Yeah.
Is that you?
Well, he might as well run. He probably win.
Who do you think's gonna win?
I think it's going to be Rishi. Because he is I think he has the most affable persona of them all. And I think in terms of cleaning up the Conservative image,
Yep.
even despite his, green cards, billions,
Non-dom,
there, whatever,
my G.
I think that people who vote Conservative, people who like Conservatives, just like a clean image,
That's the annoying thing about this whole thing is that
Yeah.
like this is an opportunity for the Tories to sanitize their image and place it all on
But
Boris.
they won't.
Yeah.
Huh?
They won't.
No, they will,
stand
though.
it. They won't.
They will. To Grace's point, I reckon there's a few people if they go
No,
in.
they'll try, but I think look, that video is surfaced of Rishi when he was younger, and he's like, yes, I've got some upper class friends and middle class friends working. Well, no,
Actually, not working.
But to be honest, can we focus on that for a second? Do we care that Rishi isn't working class? Do we care
No,
that he's
it's
this
Tory.
like balling out of control Asian guy who came from somewhat amount of privilege? I quite like that because we've had this conversation before on here. Politicians are like grossly underpaid. Like it's ridiculous.
Nah, conflict of interest. This is the issue. When they're that wealthy and they come from these kind of backgrounds, they forget. I just feel like when him and his big head on a little body, I just don't.
He's little head on little body, I reckon.
He is very small
He's
man.
tiny.
No,
Very
when
small
I
man.
found out he was short,
He's
I was like,
small,
wow,
small.
optical illusion.
Yeah. I'm the
Fam.
same. I thought
Power
he was quite big. Yeah,
projections.
I actually thought this man. Then I saw his mug next to him. I was like, "Bruv, this has your torso. Where's
And
the
it's not even.
rest
And it's
of
not.
you?"
And it's not even the Sports Direct one. It's just
No,
a
do you know
regular
what I'm
mug.
saying?
like-
It's a regular mug. And like, was he a borrower?
But back on this,
because
because it's a wider conversation about politicians in general. I kind of want to tackle this a bit. Like, I understand that like him being super rich means that he's out of touch, etc. He's probably not going to be thinking about the poor man. But are we expecting that from the Tories? If we are going to have a Tory leader, do we not want somebody who is like
competent,
doesn't necessarily have to worry about thinking about it from that point of view?
I'm not sure how much that will input into his social policy. My concern with the Sunak premiership is based along the same lines that you take as a positive. Politically speaking, he's probably not a million miles off New Labour. He's good old-fashioned neoliberal.
Yeah.
He's a city boy. He went from Winchester to Stanford, Oxford to Stanford to a hedge fund.
He did his shit, bro. And like this is the thing about
don't
Rishi
deny
that
the
needs
guy's
to be
intelligent.
said. Like, and I'm not saying you know, it's the proper rags to riches story.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, oh, you know, he comes from a humble background. His dad
Please.
ran a chemist and his mum was something else.
That's gas.
Please.
For me, like, that sounds like he was balling and he went to every single ski
Your
trip.
mum came to the UK on a plane in the 70s.
Yeah.
That's not Windrush.
It sounds like he was balling and he went to
Do you know
every
what I mean?
single
Who came on a plane?
trip.
Yeah.
But
It was Nana that come on a plane, technically.
yeah, but
It
like,
was Nana.
but
anyway.
when he after academics, like, you know, I covered him. He was a client of mine.
Yeah.
At one of the London hedge funds. Like, the guy did it, man.
Yeah, and so what to the point I was making is that he has this sanitized image because he's fairly neoliberal, fairly just to the right of New Labour, intelligent. He isn't a moron like Suella Braverman. Yeah. He's not a moron like Liz Truss.
He needs to wear the dunce hat.
Yeah, no, it's bleak. Imagine she was a barrister. And actually, the wickedest is that she was like, you can vote for me because I'm going to keep the immigrants out because as a barrister, I know the European Convention of Human Rights. Turns out her barrister career was basically dealing with pub licensing. Oh. And so, like, they all called her out for talking shit. It was proper jokes. Like, the brazen... Anyway, whatever, I'm sidetracked. I don't think Rishi's going to win for similar reasons because he is an outdated model of centrist neoliberal politics. And although he is probably the candidate most likely to beat the Labour Party, you will find Rishi very popular among city or metropolitan London types who don't trust Labour post-Corbyn or aren't convinced by Keir Starmer, but will go for this guy for competency.
I don't know,
and
man.
among the general population, he is popular. But this isn't an election for the general population. This is for the Conservative
members.
Party membership.
Yeah.
And Liz Truss
what are
is
the members
significantly
like?
more popular.
But
And Penny Mordaunt is.
Why is Liz more popular?
Because, okay, so this...
As a old school Lib Dem who voted for Remain.
Yeah.
How is she popular to the Tories?
Yeah,
Deeply
that's the thing.
jokes.
I think that's gonna.
So she beats him in a
undermine her.
head-to-head.
But
And
Jacob
Penny Mordaunt
Rees-Mogg
beats him
came
head-to-head.
out in his double-breasted jacket and was like, yo, let's get behind Liz,
No,
shall
but
we?
Jacob Rees-Mogg, who tries to speak in a dead language every opportunity he gets.
He's got like 5 kids named after popes.
Six
and
kids.
that.
do you
One
know
of them's
what
called
the thing about-
Sixtus.
Yeah, gang.
Do you know what? Jacob Rees-Mogg just makes me think of those like really, really, really posh people that are fucking hilarious. Like I know that if you're having a chat with him, my guy, you're going to be crying with laughter the entire
100%,
time.
100%.
But I don't want him running any part of the country that I live in.
Yeah, but he's influential by virtue that he runs a very large caucus in Parliament, right? He kind of reminds me more of like, I think he's got this like, again, semi-sanitized image of like the bumbling posh bloke. I think he's probably more like, you know, like in the old school Sherlock Holmes videos where like all the Victorian guys were actually like heroin addicts who read jujitsu books and they're proper fucking... I think he's more like that.
That's what I mean. He looks like he's got a dark side, but then I just can't get that image of him like draped across the seats.
So
That was very jokes.
So with Kemi, who I think, no matter what happens, is probably going to find herself in a pretty senior role
Has she
in the
redone her
cabinet.
braids yet?
Oh.
I don't know. Johnny can maybe find a recent picture on Twitter. Let us know. But did you guys see when she went for her little speech at a place that had unisex toilets and she made some makeshift paper signs to stick on the doors, men
and
women.
She's an idiot, man. She's also an idiot. She's also an idiot.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I mean, we don't need a deep dive, but like that's gonna be her whole anti-woke shtick. And
but this is the reason that she is so like the reason you can say that Rishi probably won't win among the membership is because the candidates who are running against him are all like more popular than him in Conservative home polling among the membership, but they're all very consistent in their ideology. Rishi represents one part of the party, which is the old school neoliberal quasi one nation type Conservative. Yet everyone else who's popular is not like that. It is all about the anti-woke culture war. This guy spent too much on furlough. We should have just fucking let people starve. Control fiscal spending. Conservatism, right? And they're all that popular. Now, as people drop out, the game becomes, who do I pick voters up off? Now, Suella Braverman's gone. She's lobbying her voters to vote for Liz Truss. There are still a few who are going to hold out for Kemi. I think basically at the moment it runs as Rishi's far ahead in the lead. Penny Mordaunt is second. Liz Truss is third. Kemi Badenoch is fourth. And Tom Tugendhat is fifth. Suella Braverman, I think, is going to give most of her votes to Liz Truss. When Kemi drops out, I think most of those votes go to Liz Truss. The tiebreaker is where Tom Tugendhat's votes go, and I think they go to Rishi Sunak.
I was going to say.
I think they go to Rishi, and for that reason, Penny Mordaunt looks thick as in second at the moment, but I think Liz Truss overtakes her. That's the head-to-head.
And
And then
I was-
depressively, she fucking wins the head-to-head.
Yeah.
She wins. That's the call is that Liz Truss is the next Prime Minister.
I think also like there's an element of like Rishi Sunak having not engaged in kind of like culture war. Like he's like in terms of his rhetoric and stuff, he hasn't engaged in like anti-wokeness. He hasn't engaged in whatever. He's just a very like
His
here
role
about
has all been around the
I'm here about
economy.
economics,
Yeah.
which is what the Conservative Party has always been.
But it's not anymore, and because
Yeah.
it's uncomfortable for him. Because
Yeah.
okay, all right, someone did well and he went to Winchester, but he isn't that type of conservative.
he
He
have the
doesn't want to
gravitas to
engage
bring
in
it
it.
back? I
He
don't
doesn't
know.
want to engage in it because
Yeah.
he is a third generation immigrant, right?
Guys,
He
do you know
comes
who
from
we
that
should
kind
have
of
run?
community.
You know who should have run for it?
Who?
Keir Starmer.
Yeah.
He is
Facts.
the most Tory of them all.
Yeah.
To be honest,
100%.
he
Thank
should have ran
you.
for it.
Do you know? And I'm not allowed to talk, so you please go off.
No,
I just
Papa.
all I'm saying, Keir Starmer has provided as much resistance as a well-oiled ramp.
Mm-hmm.
Like he is a lubricated ramp
Yes.
at the fucking Ninja Warrior
You
competition.
have to say Uncle Keir in this household. 'Cause
Like-
Rich loves him.
No, I actually him. He looks like an undercover cop. Like
Yes.
and you know what he has? A weak fucking chin.
Yeah,
The
and a dead
weakest.
handshake as well.
The dead handshakes.
Sweaty palms.
It's his voice that I don't like, to be honest. It's not authoritative enough.
For me, I think it was the turning point for me was when the Sarah Everard stuff and then him siding with Cressida Dick and this whole like authoritarianism and also stopping your Labour peeps from
Joining a picket
from
line.
joining.
from joining
yeah,
a picket
you
line.
taking a
Are
knife?
you actually taking the
What do you
piss?
think? Where do you think the Labour Party comes from? What do you think the Labour movement is about?
You
bruv?
guys need to keep your third eye open, man. He's playing games.
No,
in
but what
in this sphere of populism, culture wars, and all of this. He is playing a little game,
What, to
man.
not be
He's winning, he's
populist?
winning,
The
he's
entire
winning,
game's
he's
about
winning these
populism, man. He's
little
not being
by-elections quietly. You know what I mean? He's doing his little thing. Trust me, Keir's got a plan, and he may not. By the way, look, he may not be the man to lead Labour. He's probably not. But in terms of steadying the what?
If he's not the guy to lead them to power,
No,
then
no,
why
but
is he
he's
running the fucking
Mick
party?
Lynch is- Mick Lynch is the man
for
to
sure-
lead
yeah,
Labour.
for sure.
Thank you.
For sure, Mick Lynch is
Oh,
dope.
man
but,
like Eddie.
but,
Man like
but the point I'm
Eddie's
trying to
been
make
doing
is,
guys.
but the point I'm trying to make is that like if Keir Starmer was to leave tomorrow, we couldn't look at his leadership period as a failure. Given
You could, absolutely.
given by-election wins, etc., etc. He has steadied the boat very, very much.
No,
100%. He's got 100%.
Disagree.
Post Corbyn with the anti-Semitism stuff. By-election wins, those two things alone have put Labour in a better
So
position.
he's won a couple of by-elections, which incumbent governments tend to lose anyway.
Don't.
right?
Let's
But
not.
given
Let's
how
not reduce.
unpopular the
Some of
Tories
those were
are-
historic. Some of those were historic by-election
No,
wins.
they,
So
won
let's
back,
not.
they won back seats up north that that Corbyn
I'm
should
not
have
about
lost
to do
in the
this with
first
you,
place.
bruv.
I'll
I'm
give
not
you
about
that.
to. We were sat here literally on this podcast talking about the historical by-election wins that these guys have won. I'm not here to argue about Keir Starmer anymore because I know your stance. I'm not trying to change your stance, okay? I don't love this guy, but I just do think he is ultimately... He's targeted a little bit. And that's not necessarily because... I don't think it's all wrong. I don't necessarily think it's all wrong, the things that people are saying about him. But I think if he was to leave tomorrow as a steady-the-boat transitional manager, I would say job well done. It's who comes next. Like, man like Andy Burner, Boy Burnham, yeah?
Love
We need to get him in.
That, I've said that I love him.
Yeah.
I
Also,
was praying that.
Bring
fits
it.
me.
Like,
we need
let's
a
get some
we need a
Northerners.
Northern.
Get
That's
the
what I'm saying.
Northerners in.
You know
innit?
what? And Angela
Him and
Rayner's in
Lisa.
PMQs, yeah.
Yeah.
And the way she talks at people, sometimes I think this girl will
Bads
actually,
them up.
she will headbutt someone. Do you know what I mean?
But
She
we
gives
need
me
that-
that energy.
Who's that?
Angela Rayner.
Yeah.
When
Queen.
she's talking to people and she's, you know
Baby.
what it is? In my life, I just think when anyone gives you a bit of a side eye
Can you
or a
imagine?
side face,
Can you imagine?
that's a dangerous person.
Can you imagine Andy Burner Boy?
In the House of Commons.
Do you know what I mean? She's
My
like, this
babes
one
Rayner.
over here. No,
Can you imagine Andy Burner Boy,
allow it.
Raina Redheads,
Yes.
and Lisa Nandy? Can you imagine that
Lisa
thing there?
Nandy.
Yes!
Very good.
Calm,
Very
man.
good.
Shit. See,
Very good.
you got better shit inside of you,
got
bro.
so much
Don't
depth.
sell yourself short,
I got
my
bars.
dude.
I got John
You got
Blaze.
bars,
You
bro.
got range. You got bars. It's
So,
excellent.
Thanks.
yeah,
learnt from
hope
Rich.
you've been able to. I think we've covered that pretty well, to be honest.
Yeah, we've
Look,
done all right.
there's no doubt that obviously by the time you listen to this, there would have been some more
Dead chat.
yeah, some more dead chat and obviously some changes to the situation with regards to who is remaining. No pun intended. Remaining, no pun intended. But yeah, look, I think it's going to be very, very interesting. Johnny seems to think that they're going to go out in a blaze of glory by allowing somebody like Liz Truss to lead the party. I think that's a great thing for Labour. But as I said, just to circle back, as long as at the end of this, the result is we have a competent opposition leader and we have a competent prime minister, or at least somebody who doesn't. At least somebody doesn't make me feel embarrassed.
Yeah, I'm
to be
embarrassed.
from the UK, right? Like the Americans
Yeah.
were for a very long time being ruled by Donald.
I don't think they were.
I think that will be, well, some of them, the ones that we talk to, right?
The question that remains about Boris Johnson Okay, because it's come out that he allegedly has another set of children.
I mean, shoot, Grace.
I just think to myself, does he, is he laying it down?
Shooters shoot.
Is he
Grace.
laying it down?
He must just be slanging rockets.
It
Like,
really must be, or
call
maybe
me-
the dick is actually good. I
Yeah,
don't
it must-
know.
but it
The
must be,
dick
'cause
is
it's repeated.
definitely
It
good.
has to be.
His dick is definitely
Yeah.
good.
It has to be.
It's not just power. Everyone's like, oh, it's power.
No, it can't be.
No,
It can't be
Must
this many
like-
times.
Yeah,
No,
he
Boris.
must be.
No, because he was laying kids out when he was still a meaty Telegraph
Yeah,
journalist.
man.
Because
So,
have you not listened to the Jasmine Sullivan's album Hotels?
No.
Okay, so what's brilliant about this album is it's women being very openly toxic,
Okay.
but also talking about
Big
the
fan.
times when they knew this guy was the devil, but the dick was so good.
Yeah.
And Ari Lennox has this little bit in it where she's like, the dick spoke life to me.
Amen. Amen.
And that's what Boris
And
must
that's
be
what
doing.
Boris is speaking life.
He must be speaking
reckon-
life
yeah.
to
You
people
reckon-
because otherwise, why are you laying down with this man?
Yes, repeatedly.
procreating.
Yes.
Yeah, Boris
Jesus
knows what
Christ
he's
the
doing.
Redeemer.
Boris knows what he's doing.
Honestly.
And
But
get
have you
back
not
to
heard
it, buddy. You're gonna have a lot more free time now.
Have you not heard there's a next one?
What?
There's like apparently like Carrie was supposed to have
Oh,
semi-left.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
there's next kids coming.
Yeah, that's what
yeah.
I'm saying. My man's got actual, like now he's got an 11-a-side football
Yeah,
team.
yeah.
He's
It's
actually
a
got a
whole
football
Drake
team.
8th studio album situation. Like,
Jesus Christ. Wow.
Speaking about kids,
Segway King.
so Khloe Kardashian
friend of the show.
Sorry. I
is
should laugh at people suffering, but wow.
this. I mean, I try my very best not to be too deep in the gossip columns. I
Do you?
know on the podcast stuff, like we often have that bit of a conundrum every week. Like, oh god, it's quite a heavy topic. It's like we need to balance it with a bit of culture. So I often find myself on a lot of these gossip sites and stuff,
Yeah.
just to find some topics.
Just see what's going on.
So as a result, some of these topics find me, and boy, oh boy, this one found me and almost knocked me off my chair because Khloe Kardashian is expecting another child. Seems normal, right? That's cool, fine, congratulations. But the problem is who she's having that baby with.
Oh. Excuse me.
She is having that baby with none other than Toronto sniper himself, Tristan
Very good.
Tristan Thompson,
Very good.
who is also the father of her first child. Now that seems crazy, doesn't
She
it?
went back.
Doesn't seem too crazy. But if you don't know the background, this guy's been cheating on her. Taking a leaf out of Boris's book, one would say.
I was going to
No,
say.
he's taking a leaf out of LL Cool J's book. Your pride is what you had, baby girl. I'm what you have. That's the lyric. That song was written for her in the early noughties. J-Lo sang her part.
Okay.
You know the songs? Him and J-Lo. It's like, oh, my pride is what
Yeah,
I
yeah,
have.
yeah.
That's
It's about her.
It must be.
Okay.
Fam, your pride is what you had.
all
I'm what you
Was it-
had.
yeah,
Pride
got
is
a great
what you
future
had,
behind
baby
you.
girl. I'm what you had. Like Tristan Thompson is in her ear, whispering,
Doing all kind of Boris.
"Pride is what you had, baby girl. I'm what you had."
Literally. Every time she's like, I'm going to leave. He's like, I got your pride, bitch.
Oh, haram.
No, I just, you know what? I like,
They apparently
I can't cope.
have not spoken since December,
Wow.
outside of co-parenting
Is that
matters.
actually pregnant?
But they conceived in November.
Very good.
December is when there was a big furore about him impregnating another lady.
Very good.
And another one.
Another one.
So
He should run for office. He
All
should
these
run for
peop-
leader of the Conservative Party.
all these people who are
For
like,
real?
Khloe deserved it, Khloe deserved it. The timing is off, the timing is off. Apparently, the PR team for the Kardashians were like, no, actually, they only stopped speaking in December.
Very good.
They had already got the surrogate situation, because it's a surrogate, by the way.
It's a surrogate.
Yeah.
How is it a surrogate?
Yeah, it's
oh.
a surrogate. It's his baby, but it's a surrogate. Maybe she has similar
Why
problems.
do they
that-
keep doing surrogacy?
I think, to be fair to Kim, I think it was a genuine high risk thing. I think she almost died when she gave birth to North. Whatever. Maybe Chloe's got similar thing. I don't know. I guess there's an age element. Oh, whatever. But yeah, surrogate. And everybody was up in arms because they were like, Khloe, how could you? Oh my God, he's cheating on you. What about Jordan Woods? Poor Jordan Woods, by the way.
In it?
Jordan Woods, who
Dragged.
just got like dragged by everyone.
Dragged.
By Khloe, who was like, how dare you try to sneak with my man while I'm fucking... When in all reality, Khloe had no intention of leaving this brother. Now,
Wait, which one is Chloe? Is she the one that wants to be like Kim, or is she the one that's actually quite blessed?
no, she's the one who everybody says is the daughter of OJ.
Yeah. The other one's the one that married Travis Barker recently.
Yeah, one of them's quite blessed. She's like the smaller one.
Yeah, she's having a great time.
That's Courtney.
She's
Yeah,
cool. I don't
yeah.
mind her. She's good vibes.
I know that couple have been
No,
banging
is she
sex.
good vibes?
I think so.
I think she's boring vibes.
But
Very
she's just
flaccid.
unproblematic.
Exactly,
vibes.
that's the-
Do you know
that's
what I
the
mean?
word.
I think
guess.
she's the only one that's actually herself.
Yeah.
I'm loving this new age, like, you know, Travis Barker.
And to be
rock
fair,
and roll,
that
like-
that dissick put her through a lot.
Wow. Yeah. So she did her time. She did her time.
For real, for
She's
real.
been in them trenches.
I just do feel that with Khloe, like at this point, when I stopped laughing and remembered that she's a human being, I had to remind myself.
It takes a while.
Do you know what I mean? I
But
started
you
to
get
remember.
there.
I was like, I know it's the Kardashians and they are the succubus of the black experience, but I genuinely am just like, this girl put the budget for the Botox and whatever, put that in therapy, B. Because this man. It's not even because I think it's not even just the fact that he's cheating on her, but it's the way she finds out. Do you know what I mean? The last time it was on Instagram or whatever. I
He
just
was
can't-
going at it with the woman who had made the claim on Instagram.
Haram.
Like there was no privacy about it.
Fam.
Well, it's fine now because they've removed all of their black features, so there's no more like surgery to.
So
keep
this
paying
isn't our
for.
problem anymore.
Yeah.
Is what you're
Well,
saying?
it's just no, as in like she can now pay for the therapy, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I
hope
don't
so.
think paying was
And
a
now,
problem.
and now that
So,
she's
like-
white again, like she'll have good access. So
Yeah, I'm sat here just thinking like if it was like I'm just thinking about like my girlfriends who, if I had one of my girlfriends like going through a period where she was with a guy who kept on, and there came a point we sat here like this now is self-flagellation. You're like
Yeah,
you are
you're doing this for fun.
You're choosing pain.
yeah.
And you need help. No, for real. We were like, nah, B, now you're choosing pain. Like, imagine every time I keep on putting my hand on the hot stove, you would tell me that I'm sick. Yeah, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's bars.
No, it's not cute.
A lot of people were saying it's so both of her kids have the same mother and father. Is that like a really important thing?
Do you not have
for
two
people?
sisters from a different dad?
Right?
Get it together.
Can you shut up with that bullshit?
Yeah.
Stop, get out of here,
Get
man.
out of
With that
here, man.
crock of shit.
Yeah, no, I think there's actually something quite character developing to having multiple step parents. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Help me. From
Character
my,
developing.
Community
Help
is
me from my
diverse.
experience. Yeah,
The
100%.
community is large.
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Bare kidneys.
So no sympathy at all from us to her.
No, sympathy in the sense of she needs help. But I just feel like that's the Kardashian brand though. Like everybody's a bit crazy.
Yeah.
You know, they made Kanye crazy.
I'm actually I was
convinced.
literally about to say I'm more concerned for the people who like enter the sphere and then depart because they tend to not do very well.
It's absolutely no one can
bleak.
survive them apart
Yeah,
from the Kardashians.
There's like literally one controversy or one big thing that happens to every single one of them.
Lamar Odom's not done very well.
Even if it's like people are like, oh, Travis Scott, he seems all right. But I mean, if you think about the Astro
Killed a
World
bear-
stuff,
just killed
do you
bear
know what I mean?
people.
That's nothing to do with the Kardashian family per se, but like there's something about that family.
they're cursed.
They must be.
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm saying.
We have
They
a phrase.
must be,
There's a
like-
phrase in Venezuela which basically is along the lines of like avoid the unlucky and the unfortunate.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
these men seem to be very unlucky and
Oh yeah,
unfortunate.
dark cloud fam, dark cloud. And so Courtney's wedding, when it was all giving us like Adam family mafia energy,
It's a bad vibe to
aesthetic,
pick.
It's finally the honest vibe.
Yeah,
that's
well,
who they all are.
Yeah, it's an Icarus thing.
It's
That
an
vibe is
Icarus
flying too
thing.
close to the sun.
Yeah, for real.
Great mythology.
Do we wish her happiness?
I wish her
luck.
peace.
Yeah, peace. Amen.
I really wish her peace.
She just seems like the most calm one of them all, though. Like
No,
she's the one
Courtney's
who's
the
actually.
calmest.
To be fair, no, Khloe seems like the one who's actually got personality. Like she's actually would be a bit of a laugh. Like,
Yeah.
It's a bold
but
claim.
clearly
Let's see if
she's
they get
like the
robbed.
least attractive of them all. Like if you were to rank them, objectively speaking.
But you'd
And
rather-
maybe that's
you'd
played a
you'd give it,
part.
you'd give it to Chris over Courtney. Over Khloe.
Chris is
sorry.
the mother.
Yeah,
Do we want to rank our Kardashians
do it.
in terms of what? Spending the rest of my life with her just shagging?
You had to pipe it.
More so than Caitlyn.
I mean, we could add Caitlyn to the list.
Snow Bunny King.
Yeah, let's add
Put
Caitlyn.
some
we can-
sambal in this sauce.
let's add Caitlyn to the list. So I would say top of the list is Kim.
Yeah, I'll give that to her.
I'd say second in the list
Fucking hell.
is Kylie.
Yeah.
I'd
Oh,
say,
we're doing Next Generation as well. Oh no, they're all
third-
sisters. Are they?
Yeah, they're all
Okay.
sisters. I'd say third is Chris.
I'd say Courtney's.
No.
Courtney's piff.
Kris Jenner is
Kris Jenner.
the mother. Yeah.
I don't know. Her
Can
face,
you let
her
me-
face has been
can
the
you
same
let-
expression
let him
for
speak
10
Can you
his
years.
let
truth,
me
innit?
gilf?
Sorry.
Fucking
Let him
hell. Can you
speak
let me
his
gilf? Then I'll do Courtney straight after that. Kendall, because she just needs a Dixie chicken or two.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Right, nice face and all that.
Nah, she needs some pounded yam.
Yeah, she needs some amala. She needs all of it.
Well, she should have actually
Yeah.
drunk the Pepsi in the advert, and then she would have been.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
full fat
Be-
one,
be
innit?
good for
Full
her.
fat.
Not the max.
No. They didn't advertise that one. It's American.
And then I'll see, and this is what I mean. I'll probably say Khloe, and then I'll probably say Caitlyn.
That's fucked. That's so fucked.
What's fucked?
He put her basically neck and neck with.
That's not what I said.
Her dad.
That's not what I
To be
said.
fair, it's a ranking, so
Yeah.
she's definitely above Caitlyn. But
Exactly.
that's still extremely peak.
It's quite close. But
Twin peaks.
look, I don't make the
Twin
rules.
Peaks.
I don't make the rules. Are
Extremely.
you gonna give me yours?
No, this is about you.
What?
Yeah, it's about you, babe.
No,
Let's
come
move
on.
on.
No,
Yeah.
no. We're not
For the purpose of the listeners,
Give me yours.
Richard
trying
has
to
folded
tantrum.
his arms
This is content creation.
Yeah, you
in an
created
outfit where he could
Come
be a
on.
6-year-old.
it. Yes. It looks like a tantrum.
Grace. Kaboom. Hey.
You know what? I'm playing a dangerous game
Kaboom.
because I've been left alone. But
no,
I'm
I need-
edging close to
No,
the
I need your
smoke.
ranking. Come on, Johnny.
I don't know all of their names.
I just gave them to you.
Yeah, I forgot.
Describe them and I'll give you the name.
I think we'll go Kim first.
Bet.
Yeah.
We'll go Kim first. Then we'll go.
Courtney, I think.
No. Who's the one that needs a Pepsi?
Kendall.
Yeah, I'll put her
Kendall.
second.
Ah.
Yeah.
She's pretty. She's pretty.
You like a
Yeah.
slim thing, yeah?
So
well,
we're saying Kim, Courtney, Kendall.
no, Kim,
Like he's
Kendall,
saying
Courtney,
Kim, Kendall, Courtney.
Yeah.
and then
Kylie?
yeah, she looks fucking weird, but yeah,
Weird.
there's a lot of
Yeah.
facial
Basically,
reconstruction.
none of them man are biodegrading.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
No. They will
None of
age.
them man will grow
Just
trees.
how I like
They will
it.
age awfully.
They
And
will,
then,
age, they will age like a raisin.
so what's my
Robert.
order? Kim, and then Kendall, and then Courtney, and then
Kylie.
Kylie,
And then-
and then how many left?
Chloe.
You got
Chloe,
Chloe and
and then
Caitlyn left.
Chloe before
Oh.
Chris and Caitlyn.
Oh, you put Chris. Wow. So it's
Yeah.
Chloe. Oh, you do Chloe before Chris.
Yeah,
Raw.
yeah,
Bro,
Grace.
Chris is paying, bro.
I'd actually have the same order.
Thank you very much.
I'd have the same order.
You man are sleeping-
Actually, no,
you
I
guys are
lied. It'd
sleeping-
be Kim, Courtney, Kendall,
Okay.
Chloe, then
Then
Kylie,
Kylie. I don't hate it. I
Chris,
don't hate the pick.
and then Caitlyn.
Chloe
Yeah.
before Kylie?
Yeah.
The hell is in that vape?
It's
Medellin's
apparently-
finest.
Medellin's
It's
finest.
actually common sense. You should
She's
try
smoking
it.
Yeah.
common
Yeah,
sense.
you
Come
should
on,
try it.
sense, Richard. All right, bet. You guys hear the story about Mo Farah?
Yeah,
Yo,
boy,
that was
what
the same time
What
I-
a soft segue that was.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well done.
So, I rate Ali and Ray Charles, the biopics, as being two of the greatest we've ever seen.
Yeah, this one's gonna be
This one.
sick.
This one, if Hollywood gets this, this is going to be the single greatest biopic we've ever seen in our
Who's
fucking
playing
lives.
Mo Farah though? Who's playing him as a youth? Who's playing him as an adult?
I'm
But
not
is
gonna
there
lie.
an
I'm not gonna lie.
but
We
is
could
there
we
an
could go
actor
we
who
could go
plays an
Woolwich
adult?
and we could find a few Somalis who could do a thing in it.
100%.
Wow.
You know what P Diddy in it?
Yeah, we could get P Diddy to do a thing in it.
I got a
P Diddy
I
could
got-
be
I
older
got a P.
Mo.
Diddy- I got a P Diddy story. I was gonna work that in. Well, maybe we'll find a way to do that.
No,
later.
talk about it. What happened?
Yeah, I was at the Ned for a party with NSG. It's a bit moist because it was meant to be
What
like
a
it was advertised as like an NSG concert,
Right.
like a party and concert with NSG at the Ned. Boom! So the boys have come round. Shout out the Moist Boys. We've gone for a couple bevs in that. Lively.
Sorry, did you say the Moist Boys?
Yeah.
That's your name.
Yeah, it was kind of like self-awareness because we
Johnny,
know
respect yourself.
we're not very serious guys, but we're here for a good time.
Okay. Which
And we were about, and it turned out as the night went on that actually it was just the shubs with NSG. Like they weren't performing, even
Okay.
though the advert very clearly said
they were performing. They were just there for shows. Yeah.
missold by the Ned. Anyway,
That's what you get.
so like a couple of my boys went to go chat to them, made like had a bit of convo with them. I was like, well, if they're not going to do options, I'm not chatting to them, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was kind of playing it cool, and then like basically the vault was meant to close at 2. These times they keep it open, so I'm like,
The vault
okay.
is the private section of an already private members club.
Yeah.
Just so you know
Yeah.
what Johnny does
Yeah.
in his spare time when he's talking down capitalism.
nice, quiet place to discuss.
I did go
socialism.
to a festival in Cambridge where I saw Diana Ross and I was in the Ned section of the
Yep.
festival. It's changed my life.
Yeah, it bangs. I'll be your referral if
Look,
you ever want to jump
by the way,
on HMS Comfort.
Another
where my man's been
massive
sailing.
public service announcement to anybody who's listening who can push my application up to Soho House because I am waiting. I am waiting.
my friend,
It has been
I've
4 months.
also just submitted one. I
Mm.
cannot say on this platform who my person is, but I'll let you know.
Are you gonna get? Are you gonna get straight through?
Yes.
All right, you know what? They might need to look into my application. We'll talk after.
I will tell you. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
please,
don't
please,
worry.
please.
Discuss
Don't worry.
offline.
Please, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, so these times it's meant to close at 2. It keeps going on. So I'm like, 3 o'clock comes. I'm like, yeah, all right, this is long. They're not gonna do options, which is what I came here for. Can we bounce? So I'm about to bounce. Sweetheart on the door, who's my girl,
Sweetie pie.
Sweetie Pie. She goes to me. She goes to me. Don't leave. And I'm like, what do you mean? And she goes, look, P Diddy's meant to be coming. And I'm like, say what? Like, come in.
Swear.
Don't guess me. Like, I've already been let down by NSG. She's like, no. He's meant to be coming. Like, we've kept the club open. You know, it's meant to close at 2. It's 3. There's a reason we're keeping it open. I'm like, man, them.
Moist boys.
Moist
Remain.
boys. Get the pisco sours in.
Stop it.
We are
Cantaza.
parrying tonight. So we wait a bit.
Barry.
Comes to like 3:30, 3:45. I'm like, cariño, ¿qué pasó? Is he coming or what? What's happening? Shows me a text. Basically, yeah. Last Saturday, it would have been Saturday before Last What Times comes out. P. Diddy's in London. He's in Shoreditch doing a concert with Gigs and all of them, man. I think somewhere like, yeah, somewhere, I can't remember where it is, but it's somewhere in Shoreditch. There's scenarioing in Shoreditch, yeah. And as the conversation goes,
Scenarioing.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Real tough.
I made it work though.
Scenarioing.
You tried. You tried though.
I made it
No,
work.
carry on.
I didn't even have a speech impediment.
You
That was
tried a
hard.
thing, but you know.
It's my second language.
Allow it.
I can't.
No immigrant tales here, fam.
I mean, we are talking about
no
Mo Farah,
sympathy.
to be fair. but-
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, check your privilege. So like I see the text message. Basically, long story short, P Diddy has asked to bring 100 people
Wow.
To the Ned.
to the Ned at
Yes.
3:30 in the morning.
True
3,
African
3:30,
man.
yeah. So he's asked to bring 100 people. Man like Scott, the manager of the Ned, yeah, said no.
Scott said no.
No,
But
bruv.
wait, were they trying to get into the vault or just
Into
come
the
to the
vault.
Ned?
Into the vault. Into the vault.
Wait, can they not just like...
Bro, it's P Diddy with 100 people. Do you know how much
Yeah,
they're
that's
fucking
wild.
spend in your
That's
club?
wild.
Are you a
it's true.
dickhead in
Are
life?
you
true.
witnessing life as a black?
Yeah.
You can be P. Diddy.
Yeah. And not get
And they
in.
will not let you in the Ned.
Yeah, I was very upset. The experience hurt me.
Fucking crazy, Grace.
Yeah.
Life
nuts.
as a black.
Yeah. It was bleak. Imagine. So I've told the boys
novel
now.
by
I told the boys,
Richard
bless him,
Abiade.
Max is fuming because he's gone on P Diddy's Instagram and goes, "Hey, bruv, he's with Gigs, fam." So these times Max is like, bruv, P Diddy and Gigs are coming from. I'm like, yeah, but man's got you, bruv. You man of my boys. You my family, innit? Don't worry. I bring you to the night. I bring you to the best places. We made it. We've done all right for ourselves, boys. Like we're here. P Diddy and Gigs. Like
Johnny with the 3 a.m. motivational speech about how we all made it. And
Always.
that's what
Every
landed
man-
us here.
that's what
we
we're
did
here
well for
for.
ourselves. We're here at the Ned.
Yeah, come on.
Fulfilling destiny
We're
right now.
celebrating. That's what we used to eat crunching up around mummy's table. Like now we're eating pisco sours.
Why do men do that? We do that, by the way. Is
do
that what
that.
girls are
I
like?
don't know if girls do that,
We
but
have
we
a few
do that.
drinks, and then after a while, we just like huddling
how
and we're
far
just
we
like,
come.
yo, look at us. Yo, look at
look at us.
this.
Are you mad? I have a WhatsApp group that is started from the bottom. Now we're here. That's
Yeah,
literally the
come on.
WhatsApp group.
Just like
title.
affirmations
Are you mad?
every day.
Are you mad? Every time
Jeez.
we
So
go out.
basically,
Every time.
Love it.
Scott said no. No gig. But
Scott fumbled the bag,
Like
man.
I have told.
By
I
the
have-
way, do you know how much money they would have spent in there, bro?
so much P. So
What
much
is
P.
Scott
Yeah?
doing? Scott needs a sacking.
And basically, the only
Yeah.
people that are left, yeah, are like the Badines that are trying to get with NSG, and us, man.
Yeah.
We're the only people that are stuck around. So it would have actually been
A
triple
vibe.
lit, yeah? So imagine, like, I have literally told family members that other relatives are dead, and it
So
wasn't
wait,
as hard
it-
as telling
no,
Max
but
that
wait,
P.
you-
Diddy wasn't coming.
That's
It
But wait,
was
mad.
that
I'm
bleak.
putting the pieces together. You said that they kept it open until 3.
For him.
But had people started clearing out?
Yeah.
So it was like even more empty.
Because they knew the place closes at 2, so they dipped.
So it was quite empty.
It's fairly empty.
Yo, Scott.
It's NSG,
Scott,
it's
it's a
NSG,
wrap.
the Tings, and us, and like
Yeah,
a couple other people.
Scott needs a new
I
career.
would,
Scott
I,
needs a
I would
slap.
submit
Yeah.
a complaint.
Yeah, Scott
Oh.
needs a new
So I
career.
was-
Because like,
And this is why you don't go to the Ned.
well,
That
yeah,
would not have happened at Soho House.
absolutely not.
Wow, she's ambassador before
Yeah.
she's even a member. Look
She's
at this
trying to get
shit.
the application.
Fucking
Come
hell.
here,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
worry,
I mean, it's
we
owned by the
just-
same people, so you can't slander it too
Yeah,
much.
but
I
you
mean-
can't go to that one,
I
unfortunately.
can't, but I mean,
so,
I've got ways.
I'll invite you. That's
got
what my
friends. I
32nd
appreciate
birthday
you.
is going to be.
I appreciate you. I
Yeah.
appreciate you.
You're not going to be there.
Yeah.
So that
Sick.
huge
Calm, man.
digression circles us back, and we don't need to stay on this too long. I just want to just speak about how remarkable he is, all things considered. But
Amen.
turns out that Sir, I love saying this, Sir Mo Farah,
Yes.
was brought to the UK illegally as a child
That's mad.
and forced to work as a servant, a domestic servant. He did a documentary. I didn't get to catch it yet. Don't know if you guys did.
I
Is it
did,
out?
yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Where he revealed that he was given the name Mohammed Farah by a woman or by those who flew him over from Djibouti, and that his real name is in fact Hussein Abdi Kahine.
Yes.
And he's named his son Hussein.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that actually.
Yeah.
The woman who he ended up staying with told him to say his name was Mohammed. He had to take fake travel documents.
She took his passport off him.
And then when he got back to London, or when he got to London for the first time to Hounslow, he watched as she essentially ripped up all of his documents in front of him, threw them in the bin.
And the contact details for his mum.
Contact details for his mum. And was
It's
told
so
that in
fucked.
order for you to eat, you need to do housework. If you ever want to see your family again, the woman said, don't you dare snitch. Don't you dare speak to anyone. And then ultimately he wasn't allowed to go to school for a few years. I think he got to secondary school age and
12.
enlisted in. Yes, I think maybe that might have been a little bit later. I think.
Like, that's literally year 8.
Yeah, exactly. Before he went to school, and then
Can I just say,
the rest is history.
this is why teachers are magic.
Amen.
Shout out to teachers.
Yeah.
It was
Amen.
his PE teacher that spotted it. And this is the thing, PE teachers get a lot of shit, because also PE teachers are not serious people. I was a teacher for 5 years. I know what I'm talking about.
Shout out Mr. Williams, shout out Mr. Morton, shout out
honest-
Mr. Campbell.
Do you know what I mean?
My guys.
They're not serious people, but they always are able to connect to the kids that can't communicate what's going on very well. And it was his PE teacher who obviously saw his talent
Yeah.
for sports and managed to finally get him to tell the story. And then that's how he got into foster care with a Somali family who then reconnected him with his mum. But when I was watching it and I was just, because again, this was the day that I was watching the news and it was a story about the kid who's burnt his feet. And then afterwards they were talking about Mo Farah and I was like, there's a lot going on here. And this is the transitions
Lots
are
of
a bit,
process.
the transitions are a bit crazy.
Segue's not on point.
This little white boy talking about his burnt feet and how, sorry, just slight digression, but what was very annoying about this story was also how precocious this child was. Because he sat there, it's like, God, it was just horrific. It was a horrible experience. Like, he was loving the drama. Like, he was loving it. But
time
yeah,
to
no.
shine.
Mo Farah, man, what a guy.
Yeah.
What
and,
am I
truly?
And when this dropped and it got on Twitter, the living legend herself, I know not many people feel this way about her, but do your Googles. She is a living legend. Diane Abbott MP quoted the news headline and said something along the lines of, I guess that means Priti Patel's going to kick him out then.
Send him back to Rwanda.
Thankfully,
The Home Office.
the
stepped in.
Home Office stepped in
Yeah.
and said, actually,
Well, he's got knighthood, so he's fine.
he's all right. He'll be fine.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right. He didn't actually commit a crime. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? He's
Yeah,
all
he's
right.
all right.
He was
He's
a
all right.
victim. He was all right.
He's all right. He's
If
won
anyone's
a
been to the Home
couple of
Office in
golds for us.
Croydon-
Couple of golds for us in Stratford. You know what I mean? He's all right. But what has happened? The final piece of this, I guess at the moment, and I'm sure this will continue, but we probably won't hear much more about it. Is that the Met Police have launched an investigation into the trafficking claims, with Scotland Yard likely to question a married couple that Mohammed Farah accused of forcing him into domestic servitude.
I'm sure they'll handle
The
it very sensitively.
thing that it highlights though is like the majority of trafficking that happens in this country
Yeah, it's
is
crazy.
for the agricultural sector and for the service sector, right? Like that is that is 80% of it. When I first saw this story again, because BBC has been moving mad, it has moved mad always,
Moving progressively
but
madder.
particularly in this moment in time, like
Yeah.
the agendas are just so transparent
Yeah.
to me. I'm just like, wow. So when the story was coming on, I was like, why, when we have such a rhetoric against refugees coming to this country and so on, are we having this story about like, oh, look, people that are stand-up citizens are getting into this country in a sneaky way? I thought it was like some sort of like,
I didn't even connect those dots. to be
yeah,
fair.
I had this like, I thought, is this like an
Yeah, you're
agenda or
bang on.
whatever? And then I watched the documentary and I was like, okay, no.
Here we go.
Yeah.
No, but it's never. What vexes me is that it's not going to change. Like the people who, okay, fine, it was like a Somali couple, but this happens a lot. You go down Knightsbridge, raid them houses. You'll find some little Filipino woman or a
100%.
Somali person or whatever in the
100%.
basement, like probably in shackles. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to be the same rhetoric.
Yeah.
Well, it speaks the same shtick about like the only reason that this particular trafficking victim is allowed to stay is because he has won multiple gold medals.
Yeah.
Literally,
Like,
what has he had to do?
Do you have to
You know,
win
it's
multiple gold medals?
exceptionalism, isn't it?
Literally
You deserve
run
to be humanized.
kilometers and kilometers and kilometers.
So this is one of my favorite stories. This is one of my favorite stories about any athlete, really.
Sorry.
Excuse me.
I was just singing. She said kilometers, and I was
Okay.
like, kilometer.
One
Sorry.
of my favorite stories about any athletes. So like my cousin, who's kind of more like an auntie's generational thing, used to do athletics club with Mo Farah when he was younger. Because she used to do triathlon, and like apparently he used to be like jumping off the bus, like ready to just run out the thing, right? But like to put into context how exceptional this bloke is, Andy Murray, who is basically only successful in tennis for his engine, like was not as technically gifted as Djokovic or Federer or Nadal. He was just the most obscene returner of serve because he was a relentless, nutty Scottish bloke with an engine of gold, right?
Yes. Yeah, man. It sucks that his body just gave in, man.
It does. It's awful, right? But basically was a fitness king.
He could get it.
100%.
Swear down.
She snuck that in. I caught it, though.
Yeah,
It's about the spirit, the
Nah,
character.
to be fair, I
He's
get that.
He would just go on and on and on and on.
crud.
Yeah,
He's always on crud.
He was the proper dislikes the English.
His
so
mum
much.
is a thing as well. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah,
down.
she is.
Yeah, his mum low key fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
she looks just like him as well, which is weird, but carry on.
He can return the serves.
Grace said, I will serve him and he better return this
I'm confident he would.
yes.
I'm confident he would.
Very good. More wholesomely,
Sorry, Paige, I
Andy
love
Murray, noted fitness freak on a tennis court, his 400, he told the story, I can't remember the exact times, but something like his 400-meter personal best is 56 seconds. Pretty solid time. Pretty fucking solid time, yeah? After 9,600 meters, in the final of the Olympic 10K, Mo Farah ran the last 400 meters in 52 seconds.
Mad.
Yeah, that's how
Mad.
that's how different this guy is. That's how different Mo Farah as a talent, right?
Yeah. Wow.
So like
Yo.
an unbelievable person, not only to achieve that, but to achieve that from that background and like to come through that adversity through life.
Yep.
And
I love
reach
him.
those levels.
I love
An
him.
unbelievable
Me too.
bloke.
I love him. I love his wife.
A wavy celebration
Them
as
as
well.
a
The
waviest
Mo
celebration.
Bot
Yeah, the
is
Mo
up
Bot
there.
is the waviest celebration.
When you've got Usain Bolt doing your thing after a gold
Yeah,
medal, you're a
yeah.
serious guy,
He
yeah.
captured Stratford.
You
I
know-
mean,
you
I
know
got
when
kicked
he-
out of my I got kicked out of my accommodation during that month because my landlord at the time was like, "Yeah, Olympics are here, and I'm hiking up the rent. If you don't want to pay it, fuck off." So I was at a low point during that whole Olympics thing because I was resentful towards it. But yeah, then Mo lit the thing up, and I was just like, "This
Saturday,
guy's
man.
a fucking
Him,
legend."
Jess
bro.
Ennis, Greg
Yeah,
Rutherford,
legend, bro.
wavy.
I
So you
missed
know when
it.
he did the toothbrush advert? He did like an Orby advert. My mum's phrase, his teeth are so white they cannot dance. You know what? The thing is, I
cannot dance.
They cannot dance. Irene Kelly,
Yo,
bars.
Irene.
Bars.
She's bar
Bars
woman,
for days.
bruv.
Bars for days.
Yeah, I need whoever directed Ray, whoever directed Ali, whatever one. Can you please pick this one up? We are done with the Marvel.
Steve McQueen.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
Steve McQueen.
yeah,
Yeah, not
yeah.
you, fam.
We are done with
Just
the
sit that one out.
Marvel
I've had
DC
enough.
comics nonsense. We need some.
have him.
We need some more biopics, and this is the
Yeah.
one. This is the fucking
It
one, and
would
I
be
cannot wait.
actually sick.
Oh my
But who would
god!
play him?
I mean, it doesn't matter. We'll just go
Daniel
Woolwich.
Kaluuya, obviously.
Haram. What's my man from Captain Phillips doing? He was quite good.
That's
Oh,
racist.
yeah, the pirate.
No, but that's
Yeah, yeah. It's not
racist.
racist,
We can't let him get away with that.
How can she say Daniel Kaluuya?
Hey, Irish, look at me. This is my ship now.
No, it's I'm the captain now.
Same
No,
shit.
it's what
Either
literally the most
way.
famous
Same
line from the
shit.
film.
Actually, who would play? No, do you know? We've got to come back on this one.
Yeah,
We'll circle back.
Idris Elba.
You mentioned something
50 Cent lost like 5 stone for a film role once.
that never came
and
out.
it went nowhere.
Yeah, literally. Can you imagine?
So bleak.
So you spoke about BBC and agendas. We touched upon this already. We did a bit of a section that I may or may not have got a little bit of criticism about, taking it a bit too lightheartedly.
Oh.
Because I brought the soundboard out. A lot of people laughed and liked it,
Yeah,
but
some didn't.
some didn't. And I guess that's just like
Woke Britain.
it's just my crutch to
snowflakes.
that's my crutch to bear.
You're cross to bear, isn't it?
Whatever, bruv.
Crutches
Did you
aren't
see
very-
how much he
crutches
gave?
aren't
You
very
said
heavy.
crotch to bear. Fam,
I mean, it's
alright,
do you see how much Havana Club this guy gave me?
Dual nationality.
My
innit?
cross to bear.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. Fuck it. Language is made up.
Exactly.
It's all made up.
Subjective.
I'm
So
made up.
talking
All
about
words are made up.
Tim Westwood. Anything to say?
oh, that's haram.
Westwood Radio. Is there anything to say about the fact that he has new allegations from a woman who said that 30 years ago he slept with her when she was 14 years old.
He raped her. I'm gonna
Yeah,
say the
raped
words
her.
very hard
Yeah.
because that's it. You can't have sex
sleep
with a
with-
14-year-old.
You'd be surprised how many times that word isn't used in the
Yeah.
news, in the news
Like the
coverage.
Well, it depends.
BBC.
It depends on
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
it's used.
Yeah,
Fair
yeah.
enough, isn't it?
I just don't. First of all, yeah, why was he ever given a grime slot on the BBC? Number one, yeah. And
He
this is
hated grime.
When
He actually did hate
when
grime. He was a hip hop guy. He wasn't
I have a
grime guy.
white colleague, right, who's very like Tory Britain to the point of almost BNP. When he was saying to me, he's like, "Why was this man given a grime slot?" That's how you know. That's how you know.
Yeah.
The mask was on my thing.
Even the Red Wall don't support, man.
Do you know what I mean?
We
He-
sat and watched man like Trevor Nelson and Ras Kwame basically get made redundant while him and Charlie Sloth ran amok.
Nah.
Are you witnessing being black?
Honestly, no. When Cheryl Cole was given the R&B slot, I fucking
Yeah, that
lost
was
it.
that
I
was bleak.
Fucking lost it.
That is egregious.
It
Like,
is absolutely
the other two are
egregious.
like, not ideal. That one is explicit.
Look, let's not.
Bathroom talk and that.
Please, please. No, Tim Westwood. But this brings back the question of: are the BBC just producing paedophiles now, or like is it a prerequisite, or like what's happening?
Was he a nonce before, or did he become a nonce?
I don't,
at the
because I'm
BBC?
just starting to think maybe like they just like you get there and then it just start, you know,
In
just the
water.
conditioning. Do you
Yeah,
know what I
the
mean?
coffee machine just
The water cooler
Something in the
talk.
coffee.
pheromones in it and that.
Yeah.
Bruv.
It's appearing like it might be a bit of a prerequisite.
Yeah. Uncle Jimmy obviously did not help the precedent setting.
No.
Another hot take from Irene Kelly.
Go on.
Jill Dando was assassinated. Do you remember Jill Dando?
Yeah.
So she was at the time investigating what we now know as Operation Uterine,
Okay.
and then was mysteriously
Holy
shot on
shit.
her doorstep.
on the
And we never found
doorstep.
out why.
And they never found the guy.
So she'd started to get like some hard evidence as names and shit and whatever, and then
Topped it.
yeah,
Hard
Yeah,
on.
that sounds like something at Line Duty.
Yeah.
Line of
Boy.
Duty.
Yeah. Get man
Or
like
just
Ted
real
Hastings
life.
on it.
Epstein, you know, just probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts.
Haram.
R.I.P. Jill Dando. I remember that.
I was too young for that, but I remember all the
Look.
blowback.
Tim Westwood, man, bro,
But
it's over. It's a wrap.
I mean, it's been over for a minute, hasn't it? Maybe?
Nah, I mean, he was still making money out here. I hope that shit dries up real quick. And I hope he has his day in court. And I hope
100%.
that's not a very positive experience for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Jokes aside, I did the soundboard stuff last time. It was a laugh, but not really. I was just trying to make light of a fucking shitty situation. But all seriousness now, Tim Westwood, brother, we all know you're a fucking perv. And to be fair, like when this case was being built up and the injunctions were sort of in place, I had friends telling me on the inside that this is coming and it's big. And when the first thing that we spoke about a few episodes ago broke, he was like, nah, that's not it. It gets worse. So stay tuned because
Shit, man.
Tim's been up to no good.
Ugh.
And he's going to end up inside, as he should.
Haram. Talking of white nonces, the Kevin Spacey trial kicked off this week.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about Elon Musk's dad.
No, we'll come on to that. That's
so
technically
many.
not
In this
noncery.
week's version of White People Moving Mud.
Apartheid Clyde's
Mad
family is
movies.
definitely inbreeding, but we'll come on to that. Kevin Spacey's thing started this week.
Okay.
So there's a whole big crowd outside the Old Bailey.
yeah.
I've never seen a defendant so obviously banged to rights pre-trial, yeah? The guy had the audacity to plead not guilty. It's extremely mad chat. Like,
Didn't he apologize to the brother?
he apologized to the brother. He's so guilty that when they accused him, he said, "I'm gay," which is like the first defense that you would make if you
remember
know
that.
that you've raped someone.
Yeah, I remember that.
So he's so clear down and still had the audacity to come out and
What's
say that he
that?
was
Man
guilty.
tried to water down the rape allegation by,
By
saying,
saying
hey,
that
I'm
I'm
gay.
a homosexual.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
Sir.
adjusting to it.
Get it together.
Mad, innit?
Get it
And-
together.
But Apartheid Clyde's dad moving mad is very mad.
yeah.
Sorry?
Elon
Apartheid
Musk-
Clyde.
Yeah.
Can I just throw back to Afronation for 1 second, just because you reminded me.
Please.
So one thing I will say, as I've told you both, that my partner is of the Oyimbo crew.
Yes.
Shout out,
And
PJ.
shout out PJ. And when I was booking Afronation,
Silver Fox, he's fucking lush, bruv.
He's a
You
silver
wait,
fox.
you wait. Carry
Is
on.
he on your list of white men you'd like to look like?
I mean, yeah.
basically.
oh, that's
Carry
cute.
on,
He'll
I
love
like-
that.
yeah,
When I
yeah,
tell him
yeah.
that, he'll be like, bad.
love that-
Especially
I
when he
love that
sees
for
this
him.
fit. When he
Yeah.
sees this fit, he's gonna be like, nah, this guy. He's gonna watch tomorrow. He'll buy.
He's gonna copy the fit.
100%. When I told my boyfriend I was gonna buy these tickets Afronation, he was like, you know what? I think this one I will sit out.
Yes.
Thank you
We
so
love an
much.
understanding
I
king.
didn't even have to say anything.
Yes.
You know, I was so happy. And I have to say, when I was at Afronation, I was like, thank God. 'Cause the white people there were getting heat.
Swear.
They were getting heat. And there were these two white
What,
guys.
like every single time they tried to shake their booty, do a little shaku shaku, they were getting dissed.
Actually, proper, like there was one white woman with braids, and every time she
No,
walked past, yes,
no,
I
that-
know,
you're
the
asking
wrong
for it.
place.
Yeah, you're
The wrong-
asking-
Just
yeah,
come
she's
in your
asking
Oliver
for it.
Bonas gear and be
Yeah.
who you
Yeah,
are.
innit?
Don't come here.
Yeah, 100.
But there was these two white guys speaking Afrikaans, right?
Oh, but come, know your
And
crowd, bruv. Know
Our
your
friends,
crowd, innit?
our friend Nyasha, shout out to Nyasha, but
Shout out,
Shout out.
she turns around to them, she's like, "Can you go and speak that somewhere else? This is not the
yes.
place."
Yes, but correct.
And they both they shut up and they moved. I just
100.
thought to myself, like, and it was really funny because we came out the airport and we got into this like shared taxi situation, and these two white girls in the taxi, and I was like, do they know where they're going? Because they were like, we're going Afronation. We were like, okay, let's see that one for you.
They're trying to scoop
Yeah,
up.
so
No, but
Afro people were
trying to
just like,
scoop
you've
up
got
some
everything else. That was the
talent.
vibe. It was
Yeah,
like,
but-
you've got everything
But
else.
I slightly back it because like there are certain things that are like time and a place vibes, right? I was during the World Cup. I must have told you this story when I was in Pueblito Paisa watching Colombia.
Yeah.
And there were these two gringo boys who'd like obviously been to Colombia on a gap year kind of thing,
Yeah.
and like they were like slightly trying to ask man like, where can I get some gear around here? And I was like, come here, man. You're literally in a fucking indoor market full of Colombians watching football.
Just stop
Are
it.
is this what you man are on? Wearing Colombia shirts with your sunburn, asking for packet, like bounce, innit?
Yeah.
Come, this is not your place.
It was because the thing is, the thing is like I felt there were the people there that were just sheer ignorance, didn't realize what they were walking into, and they were completely harmless. They weren't there to appropriate, like they were just there to have a good time. But everybody was like, you know, when you watch the scenes of Kendrick Lamar at Glastonbury and you can count 5 people in that like 20,000 person, like black people in that 20,000 person audience, that tells you everything. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, you lot can go anywhere. Afronation is for everyone else. But I was like,
I'm just picturing like Becky with braids with a t-shirt that says Africa on it.
Yes.
this one Becky with braids was there trying to twerk and someone pushed her over.
Where?
Was it that bad? Was the twerking not twerkulating?
It was just more like, not yet. Shut up.
No.
It's not your turn.
Haram.
Silly girl.
We can be
Haram.
rude though. We can be rude.
Silly babes.
Haram. Good luck to her.
So, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but the reason why we spoke about apartheid, Clyde, is Elon Musk's dad,
Oh, God.
Errol Musk.
Errol.
Emerald Errol.
Errol.
I think he's 84 years old,
Emerald Errol. Timeless.
has impregnated his stepdaughter.
Doing a Woody Allen.
Great
Wow.
knowledge.
Wow.
Elon's stepsister, who is now going to have Elon's nephew or niece, but will also be his auntie
Oh,
at the
that's
same
incredibly
time,
butters, isn't it?
as well as his sibling. So
And do you want to know?
It's gonna be an uncle, a nephew, and a brother at the same time.
And do you want to know how he responded to the uproar surrounding this?
By buying Twitter, like I said he was.
No, Errol, I'm talking about.
Oh,
He responded to the uproar by saying, "The only thing for us to do on Earth is reproduce."
yes,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
yes.
The thing is, if I could meet God, in the words of Kate Bush,
Who's now very back in season. Out
do you know what?
I don't
That
really
tune has
understand
always been
why.
a banger, and I'm
Yeah,
happy for
obviously,
her
Wuthering
because,
Heights
you know,
bangs.
because she produced everything herself.
Yeah, yeah.
She gets 100%
The
royalty.
OG,
eating.
She was
OG.
AJ Tracy in the 70s.
One-
Yeah,
Oh,
she's eating. She's eating.
I'm just seeing her
An
with the little braids.
independent queen.
I'm just seeing her with the braids.
Come on.
I would ask God, like, why are men fertile forever? Like, I mean, like, at this point,
You put expiration
it
on
is
us.
actually unethical for 84-year-olds who's probably not going to be around for the next 15 years.
Yeah,
To
facts.
be bringing people into the world.
Grace,
like,
he's here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah.
He's 76.
he's 76.
Basically
though.
the same thing.
Yeah,
That's
it's
like
basically the same as
My dad's
84, let's be
76.
real.
If my dad came to me and he's like, Chris, you got a little brother coming on the way there.
Jesus Christ. And by the way, darling,
way.
it's your stepsister.
It's your stepsister. We're having a party.
What do you think?
What do you
What do you
Will you
think?
come with the head, Grace?
Sick individuals, honestly.
What do you
Good
expect?
luck to him.
Yeah.
And
well,
yeah, Johnny was kind of right about the Twitter thing. Twitter are now taking
Say
Elon
that
Musk
just one
to
more
court.
time for
No,
my
but the
ears.
thing is, like, Johnny, your predictions are very bait.
God, I
Like, they're
sold
so
my
bait.
shares.
No, but they're so bait. Your predictions are so bait. Fuck it, I'm on smoke. Your predictions are very, very bait. They're so broad.
Oh,
There's
this
no
was quite
real
specific.
way of you being wrong. Oh, it's not gonna go through.
Right.
Mate, do me a favor. Anyway,
Pull the other one, mate.
yeah.
Pull the other one.
He goes Cockney when he's wrong. Have you noticed?
No, I don't.
He does.
In this room, there's a very diverse
Yeah.
range of accents.
can do
To
it
be
all.
honest, I don't know what's going on.
We can do
I
it
haven't seen the patterns
We
yet.
are very versatile.
We can do it all. Them podcasts could never.
Yeah.
Guys,
Sí,
Muy importante eso.
señor.
Escucha.
¿Qué está pasando?
I ruined it for him.
That was very good.
Yeah, he is quite good at it, to be
Well
fair. It's quite
done.
upsetting.
It's the moustache.
that's why he
It
tries to
is.
sabotage it every week.
I do try. I ruin
So you
it.
just said it was my moustache.
Sick.
Thank you.
Pool boy vibes.
Very good moustache.
Yeah. When I wear it all red, I look like a crip. Oh no!
I
wait.
would
A
like
blood.
to say-
blood.
I would like to say to the Fiat 500 crew, please, for the love of God,
Stop coming to Afronation.
allow us to be rid of Andrew and Tasha. Please.
Please, in
We
Jesus' name.
need to see them leave.
You
Por
know,
Dios.
Andrew.
And at
Dios.
time of listening, they may be out.
Did you see how she
Andrew
got so
actually-
stressed she went for both nostrils at the same time?
Andrew looks like that kid in class that had a cold all year round.
He looks like
Right.
a B-Tech Skeet from Saved by the Bell.
the bogey
100%.
nose.
Yeah, always. He always looks like he's going. That's what he looks
Oh,
like.
Do you not think he's
love
good looking
that.
though?
No,
Oh,
I
but-
actually like PJ cracks up because whenever he comes on screen, I'm like, fuck off. And yesterday when she was hiding behind the bin, I was like, get in it, babes. Get in it. If I was her, every time he was talking, I'd turn off my hearing aid.
Swear down.
That's what I do.
Haram.
I'd turn off
They
my
did
hearing
this thing.
aid.
They did this
every
whole
time.
thing yesterday where they were like, we're girlfriend and boyfriend now. And they did this whole elaborate, Tasha sets clues and he follows one clue, it leads to another clue.
Oh, I hate
And
them.
then they ultimately revealed or got together.
Yeah.
I just don't think I just don't think it was doing what they thought it was doing.
It wasn't
I don't
cute.
think they are aware. Well, they are now because they were made painfully aware of it about an hour later.
Every time
when they
together.
realised that the public do not fuck with them.
They don't want them
So
together.
you can be happy, but we will not be happy for you.
They preferred that Andrew was with Cocoa Butters than
Oh my god.
That is haram, but also justified because the energy
No.
she was coming with was very mad.
Cocoa
just-
Butters.
She came with audacious
I
energy.
said Cocoa Butters because it's true. I know it's really mean, and I know that God is judging me.
Yeah, I don't
Sorry,
care if
but
it's
I
mean.
You've had it-
That's
you've had it.
fucking
Just blame the rum.
genius.
Cocoa
Blame the rum.
Butters, man.
Yeah, no, she was awful.
She really.
And not even good brand.
She's given like the witch in Wicked. You know.
I
What
like
mean?
her though, because she was
haram.
like, no one likes me in there. Let me just fuck shit up.
Yeah.
I
I'm
appreciate
really.
it.
I would like to have Deji have some more airtime.
You guys notice that Deji
But
and
where?
Dami have not spoken once.
Yeah,
Have you
well-
seen? They have not spoken once. What kind of black on black crime nonsense is this now?
Hausa versus Yoruba. That's what I'm getting.
I think so too.
Yeah, Deji gives me Hausa energy. Yeah.
Over a Jamo as well. I'm joking. I shouldn't have said Jamo. innit?
Boy.
said it.
I
You
did.
said
I
it.
should've
You
said
said
Jamo.
it.
I'm just channeling mum and dad.
I
Didn't
don't
I?
Yeah,
co-sign
yeah.
that.
She's peng though. India's so
I
India's
said
beautiful.
India's
she is by far the most beautiful in there.
She's so beautiful.
By far the most
Her
beautiful.
face is just like wow.
She looks like a supermodel.
Yeah.
I'm not here for the nose ring team, but she is like a supermodel.
I will say this about Danica. Yeah.
PC
Someone.
Danica.
This is one also another thing we spoke about earlier. But like what I love about Love Island is all the Twitter content. And somebody tweeted.
half the show.
Yeah. He's a journalist, Jason Okoyede.
He's a G. I'd
He
love to get him on the show
tweeted
one
that,
day. He's a
you know
sick guy.
what, if we had sent in Danica to broker the Brexit conversations, we would have had a ready mail. Because this girl, when she's having conversations, are
Strategic.
you a consultant at KPMG?
Yes.
What, are you talking about project management?
Yeah, innit?
Nah,
It comes
she's
like
so
it
sick.
comes like
I think
a
I
debrief for a
tweeted
review.
yesterday. Yeah, I tweeted
I-
yesterday.
It's bleak.
I feel like I'd have a drink of her. She's jokes.
But like, I don't get it. I said it last time. She is the antithesis of pretty girl privilege because Danica is banging.
Yeah,
Yo, when she
she's
was in the gym
so-
and she did that bend
Yeah,
over
yeah.
thing, and Billy was
Woo!
like, "Is that what I have been missing?"
Yeah.
He dropped his
yo,
weights. Like
swear that-
he literally dropped his weights. Like fuck. Like,
I was like-
he was like, have you been this the whole time? You've been here the whole time. No, she's actually really piff, and I actually
Yeah.
think Billy is good for her because he does not take anything seriously, including himself. So I think
He's
she's
actually good vibes.
Yeah,
so I saw
he's
a tweet-
funny.
I think the same Jason was like the only casting flop these man made was not making Billy an OG because he's probably got the best chat of all
Yeah.
the boys on
Yeah,
Villa.
yeah.
Him and Davide would have been the OG kings.
The ones that need to go, Luca and Gemma, get the
Get out.
teenager off the fucking
Yeah,
show.
but also anybody with a fucking Winston Churchill tattoo needs a slap.
Yeah, also. But someone tweeted that the only thing that you see between Gemma and Luca is cheap teeth versus expensive teeth.
Oh, bleak. Haram.
And it's the truth.
Yeah.
Davide and Ekin-Su, I love.
They need
They
to
need
win.
TV shows.
They need to win.
Yeah,
They need
TV
the
shows.
Pedro
They
and
need to
Chantel
win.
spin-off.
Let's
now.
give
They are
them-
literally like, you know, like the
Let's-
Dolmio couple.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's them
We need to give
in
them
50
the
years.
50K.
Yeah.
No, actually,
them
I'm happy.
tussle it out.
Ekin's gonna run.
I'm happy.
She's gonna take
yeah,
50K and run.
So that's what I'm saying.
But then she'll get Davide back. You know what I'm saying?
I'm happy for someone else to win the 50K and let them take the deals
Fake
and
like a
contracts.
Gucci bag on the beach.
Yeah.
You are an actress. You are a liar.
You are a liar
Go
and
the
an
fuck out.
actress. Go
When
the
Tasha
fuck
was like,
out.
"You're a liar, Tasha. That's my
That's
line."
my line.
Yo, that was
Not now,
RT.
Not now, Davide. Oh, what's the problem?
RT, that was like one of my top 3 Love Island
All
moments
time.
ever.
All
I
time.
fell on the floor laughing.
such
Hey,
a G.
Tasha,
What's the
that's-
problem now?
Hey, Tasha, that's my line.
Hey, what's the problem?
Adam.
King of Toxic.
Love.
Iconic.
He's
Him
back.
Iconic.
So
Iconic.
much.
And he
24
rattled.
hours, and
Yes.
Jax was out.
Young
Gone.
Jacques.
Rattled.
Out.
Shame.
Out.
Shame.
And
Not only
it
are you a
took-
nonce, but you're a nationally recognized pussy.
And
as
it
well.
took less than 24 Gregorian hours
Yes.
before Paige said, Jacques, quoi?
Hit the road, Jack.
Jacques, who?
Gone.
Let's go again.
I mean, this is absolute proof that Love Island is absolutely a caricature of itself. Any semblance of it being a serious show
Absolutely
is
not.
now done
Gone.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
his return.
Yes.
for
But
sure.
it has fucking served its purpose
yeah,
nonetheless.
I think it's a one-time trick, though. I don't think they can bring back other
No,
islands.
no.
Well, you say that, but it's a precedent that's been set.
Yeah.
Well, but he said,
What
but-
stops them from bringing Ovi next year or whatever? Like,
Ovi doesn't need
I mean,
the bag.
Ovi's got integrity in it, so he
doesn't
won't
need
be
the
back.
bag.
But like,
who else would they bring? Because like Adam was famous for being the
Mora.
most toxic. Man had women's
it
charities.
could be a woman
bring
like
out
Mora.
Mora.
It could be any of them.
But that would be too big.
Kaz is still doing it. Can
Kaz is
you
way
imagine them
too
dropping
successful for that.
successful?
She got hairband businesses and that.
Man said
she's
hairband
making
business.
peas.
IG said, "Would she make his scrunchies be?"
Yeah, she making scratchies.
Can you shut up? You are lost in this sauce, mate.
That's maybe also be true.
Last time I see her, she's Muay Thai boxing in Thailand or some
she
shit.
got peas.
That don't sound like a
Wait,
business
wasn't
person.
she the one that got caught in Dubai with cocaine?
Yes.
Oh, someone snitched. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
she-
remember.
That's deep, you know.
Maybe she does
you're
Love
actually
Island
trying to
back.
get someone in Sharia
Yeah,
jail.
but and if you're in the room,
In
you're obviously
Sharia
your friends.
prison.
So why would you do that?
Nah,
That's
it's rude. People don't respect
That's
each
a
other.
dickhead thing.
I just want to say, as we wrap up this section, I am more than happy at the success of the #1 Yoruba demon
Dammy.
on road right
Yeah,
now.
I mean, it's Liverpool against
Dammy.
Barca-esque.
The thing is about
For
Dammy
sure.
is Dammy gave you the play-by-play.
Yeah, 100%.
The thing is about Dammy is no one can ever question his integrity too much because he always
Well-
said, "No, you say well," but
He
he
did
was
lip
always like,
someone a
"Look,
lot.
I'm here for the experience. Okay, I need to go out and have some tests." He said that shit, yo.
Yeah.
Even when he came back, and by the way, that little standoff that they had when they came back from Casa Amor
brilliant.
was also like
Oscar
top
worthy.
three.
It is what it is,
Yeah,
till it's it.
yeah. But Dammy was like, "Look, I'm gonna go over there, and I'm gonna have a bit of summer. Then I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna fly to India."
Cheese.
Summer's not over. And the thing about it also is the fact
And
that
India was like, "You know what? Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yes, you are."
Because she also said something, remember, she was like, if I was out in the real world, I'd have 4 guys on the go.
And I respected that, by
And
the
I
way.
would invite them
Amen.
all to the same party and they wouldn't know. Do you know what I mean?
I respected
So
that.
she respects that
boss.
he's got game.
Yeah.
And I do too.
I mean, that's.
Respectfully.
Respectfully.
I said early doors.
If you're going to have game,
Dammy,
have good
game.
game.
Good
Amen.
looking Yoruba boy,
Yeah.
Irish accent. I said early
a lot of
doors.
Can I
It's a
also-
rap.
A lot
This
of
is the
sauce.
thing. The funny thing is, yeah, when he came, oh, sorry, I was telling my mum about him because my mum doesn't watch Love Island, but she gets the blow by blows for me. And I was like, Mum, there's like a Yoruba Nigerian guy, Yoruba Irish guy on there. And she's like, oh, Nigerian and Irish demon. He's finished for everybody there.
Yeah,
because you know what, Irish
we need
men,
Irene on the show.
ASAP.
ASAP.
Irish men,
Yeah.
Irish men.
The chat is
Michael
insane.
Kelly,
Oh.
fucking hell.
The chat is
The
insane.
things that
Hey,
Michael,
We might need to hook up the Mother's Day episode.
I'm
Yeah,
telling
yeah,
you, no,
100%.
I'm telling you, like Irish men also demons.
And
So
then, look, I want them to.
demon
RT,
squared.
Demon
I want them
Squared.
to win. What they've got is real. I really want them to win.
Yeah, yeah, me
and we
too.
actually like
too.
them. They're very, very likable. They don't get anywhere near as much screen time
No.
as these other fuckers, right?
I actually loathe Luca Bish, Fish, whatever the
Yeah,
fuck is
yeah,
going
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's Fiat 500's win,
But it's
right?
guy.
So they will win. But I don't mind that they win because then India and Dami get the bag. Davide Ekinsu get the bag. Like whoever really wins doesn't often end up
look
blowing.
at
Right?
Liam and Millie have broken
Yeah, they just
up.
broke up. Okay, so
Yeah, I was
and
sad
what have they
about
done in
that.
the last year?
What-
It's not
what?
really gone like
I
that.
was sad about that.
Really?
Ew.
I mean, a little freeway kiss didn't hurt anybody.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Relationship advice. This week comes from Johnny.
This one's been submitted from Grace's
Thank
side of the
you.
fence.
Okay.
Well, I was going for the female side of the fence.
Oh, right, okay.
Coincidentally, also of the beige variant.
Wow.
Hi, guys.
Sis or bro?
Hi.
Hi, babe.
I have been seeing a guy for a few months, but very much on a chilled / friends with benefit vibe. We see each other most weekends, and if it suits during the week, and so far it's all been going fine. Last weekend, however, he told me he wants to take it more seriously. We've never had the chat as
Famous
such,
last words.
but a couple times we have told each other that we are the only people we've been sleeping with just to make sure, etc.
That's a lie.
Brackets, I've lied. I've just presumed he has too.
Done now.
Full stop.
100%.
Whenever I've been with anyone else, it's been a one-time thing with no interest of going back. And we're definitely at least each other's most repeated sneaky link just because we see each other so frequently.
Bet.
And I thought everyone was
Quick
fine
maths.
with the deal as it was. When he said he wanted to take things to the next level, I asked him what he meant and managed to distract and deflect away from it and just left in the morning. He texted me a couple of days later,
My
though,
girl.
saying he was serious about what he said, and I've been stalling for time since. The problem is not that I wouldn't be with him. He's a nice guy, clean, the sex is good, etc.
Clean.
But it couldn't have come at a
That's how
worse
the bar is,
time.
bro.
For the longest, I've been the only single one in my group of friends. But this summer, all of my girls have broken up with their guys.
We know what this is.
We've had such a good few weeks being able to go out together and helping them all get over their exes. And as much as I like this guy, I don't want a relationship right now. We have a girls' trip coming up, and I know he'd act weird if we were meant to be official while I'm out there with all my now single friends. I know it sounds like I'm just trying to buy time, and I don't want to lose the guy. But in truth, I do want to have my cake this summer and eat it too when cuffing season comes.
Jokes.
Bars.
I
That
love
was a bar.
this girl.
That was a bar. How do I tell him that I'm happy with the arrangement for now without losing him forever? There's only so long that I can put this off for. What do I do?
Do you want to go first, Grace? Or should I?
But I feel like I actually want to join the clips
Yeah,
for having my... What was the bar? I just need to repeat that one. In truth, I do want to have my cake this summer and eat it too when cuffing season comes, please.
Gunshots.
Please.
So the dilemma is, just to recap, just to be sure, I'm doing a Danica.
How
So
do-
just to be
how-
sure.
Just to circle back to the main
Circle
point.
back to
Danica's,
the main point.
Danica's hand movements piss me off as well. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. Like,
She moves like Fed,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah,
she moves like Fed.
A little bit.
and Summer's accents.
Yeah, that was
We didn't
really
talk about
weird.
that.
That was really weird.
She's very lame,
Yeah,
though.
we'll come back to that. She's
Very
very,
lame.
she's very beautiful.
She's
but
all right.
lame.
She's cool. 16 years old in the face, though, when she's not
Yeah.
wearing makeup.
Hold on.
Anyway, carry
Also
on.
odd.
Anyway.
Yep.
First of all, I'd like to congratulate this woman
Yes.
on making the most of her agency.
Amen.
Boom.
As an independent woman.
Amen,
number
100%.
one. How refreshing it is,
Yes.
sirs in this room. How
Hotels
refreshing
on
it
her
is.
jukebox.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Hotels
This girl is saying,
in the playlist.
Yes.
I'm not emotionally attached.
Boom.
I don't need this guy.
Yeah.
Boom.
But I like him.
Yeah.
And I want him. But not right now.
Amen.
And he's going to hold on. Frankly, my advice is, sis, keep doing what you're doing.
So the problem is
Hold
that...
it off. Say you got COVID.
Haram.
Send the positive test. Find them online.
Yeah, I
do a
told you.
little
I
quick
said last
Google
episode,
search.
everyone's got the positive test on their
Yeah, do you know
phone
what I
just
mean?
in
Like,
case.
just,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know, like, you had to leave the country unexpectedly, like, Brexit, like, you're not actually British, like, use it all.
Yo, Brexit,
Have
you know,
fun
like-
with your gal.
Yo, can we just like wait until
my
the trade
God.
agreements have been like
Yeah,
rubber
yeah.
stamped?
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, oh, man.
So how does she stall it? Because this is the problem. She doesn't want to lose him. She basically, I think from what we
Bro, I
got
think
here,
this is
is that
actually-
we need to stall until cuffing season.
I think
How
this is
does she pull
actually.
that off?
I think
Here's
this is
the
actually
thing.
more simple.
She doesn't want him. I think that's a simple thing.
Oh.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Oh, I think she wants him.
I think she wants him.
I think she wants him, and I think she's fiercely loyal when she's in a relationship. But she's just like, you know what, bro?
This isn't the time.
If
for
this is the guy, then I need to put it about one last time for the honeys, right?
But the
I need
thing
to do
is-
my bit.
But the
It's
thing
the
is,
last
it's not
dance.
like okay,
Yeah.
the thing is, she said about she's been enjoying going out with her friends and so on and so forth. And here's the thing: as a woman, that I think I can represent my people quite well. Is a lot of women when they get into relationships sort of forget that they can also be fun and go out and whatever. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I went to a festival. No, but hear me out. No, I went to a festival. It was the girls and the gay, right? Like there was almost all girls, one gay guy, and one girl was married, you know, some single, whatever, and everybody was having a great time. It is actually quite rare to have, I would say, from my experience anyway, girls who are in couples and stuff that will still just engage in being independent and being really fun on the weekends. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think what she should do, what a mature, no offense, person would do would just say to him is like, look, I'm having lots of fun with my girlfriends. I'm totally into you, but can I still, you know, still not, because she's not saying that her friends are sleeping around or whatever. She's saying she's just going out with her mates.
No, the worry is that as a guy, you know what that means, right?
What?
If you as a guy receive that text or have that conversation with a woman and she's like, yo, I really like you, but Afronation 2023, it's a guy will interpret that one way.
It's a sticky one.
You know what I mean? The guy will just be like, okay, you want your hoe season, you want your hoe period or whatever it is, and you know, for want of a better term.
set
And
boundaries, isn't it?
that's difficult for a lot of men. We've had conversations before about how sensitive men can be about female promiscuity. So it's tough for her, and I think this is why the predicament is. If she basically pitches it as, look, I just want to get wild for one last summer, he'll just be like, what do you mean wild? And with who? What? And with how many? You know what I mean? So it's one of them, innit? Like, where he could just be like, right, is this chick actually like, is she actually just like trying to band it about? Like, am I not the one? So I think the best possible solution, just kick a can down the road, bruv.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's obvious. Okay, so I think we're all
Plenty
in
more
agreement.
fish in the
So,
sea.
but we're all in
I don't
agreement
think-
that kicking
what
the can
I'm-
is.
I'm- what I
Seven
mean-
oceans of fish, in fact.
But it doesn't need
Yes.
to be, I don't think it needs to be overly elaborate. If you just go down the route of just like, look, I just need a bit more time. I'm still sizing you up. Let's go on a lot more dates. Do the stuff that makes him work. It's a bit
Yeah.
manipulative, but she's kind of got to throw it
That's
back
the
into
game.
his court. You know what I mean?
100%.
Let's do a few more things together. Let's go on a holiday together. Let's do a few more dates
So
wherever.
my advice was basically going to be along the lines of, like, this has always been a casual thing, yeah, but I need you to prove to me that you're a serious
See
guy.
now, what you're saying to this young woman is to play games.
Yeah, there's a bit of
You
manipulation.
have listened to this section. You've
Yes,
participated in
yes,
this
yes,
section.
yes. I have.
Okay,
I
very
have,
good.
I have.
So, all right, so you want to be serious, yeah? But me, I'm quite guarded.
What's
yeah?
this voice?
I don't rush into relationships. I need to know that you're serious before
What's
I
sickening
can be
is that
serious
I know
about
this
you.
voice.
If she sounded like this,
Yeah.
she would not be a future prospect for me or my friends or my family.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel, I don't know, like, when, obviously, famously, this episode we spoke about going to Afronation. Fantastic time.
Fantastical.
Great time.
Fantastical.
Thing is, I guess it's a different point, innit? Like, I'm absolutely madly in love with my man, so nothing could sway that. But I was also there with all my girlfriends, and where first of all people are dancing, I was dancing. You
Yeah.
know, I was definitely. When I said to you, I said when I came into this house,
The house
first
of
thing
grime.
the house of grime. I said when I came back for Afronation,
Ice
I
packs.
had to put ice packs on my
Yes.
knees. I had to do GCSE rice, rest, ice, compression, elevation on my knees for the twerk, 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 twerk. You know, Megan Thee Stallion invited people up on stage to twerk.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
I have videos
were you there?
where it's literally.
Did
No,
she
but I was
invite
right in
you?
the back. No. I don't have the equipment. I was right at the back. I don't
You
have
have
the
the
anatomy.
facilities for that,
I don't
big
have the
man.
facilities for that shit. But it's just like you can go out with your friends and your girlfriends and have fun, and you can be flirting as a means of communication, guys. Let's be real. Like it's not that deep. If that's what if she wants to just be free in that way, fine. If she's saying she still wants to go climbing,
It's different.
that's a different.
Yeah, it's different.
If
thing.
she's trying to say this, man, I just want to clear out for the summer, and then come autumn, I'm all yours.
Yeah, she has to be very careful of the terms and the wording.
Yeah,
that she
yeah.
uses.
So,
T's
like,
and
from-
C's need to be clear.
So from his perspective, normally in most situations, I'd be like, listen, bro, like if she trades away, she trades away. Then you've basically dodged a loser anyway, right? I think the variable here is that going out with your girls and going to Afronation, some are married, some are not, is one thing, right? All of her friends, by the sounds of it, have just got single, yeah. And as we all know, the best way over someone
Under someone.
is under someone. Okay. So
A
this
weekend with
isn't-
the moist boys.
We are not entertaining standard
It's Wet n
season
Wild.
here. Yeah, this is not normal procedure. This is almost a once in a lifetime opportunity for all the girls, most of whom are now recently single, to have a city girl summer.
I don't think the worst thing that she could possibly tell him is that they're all single.
I mean, that
she
must be
needs,
the
she
fact.
needs to
'cause they're
withdraw.
on
Yeah, I don't know. That's what it's like, but I'm
next
presuming.
energy.
Yeah. They will be.
She's
They
got
will
No,
be.
because you know what? There's nothing more ferocious than a woman that's just come out of a relationship.
Amen.
There is nothing
Amen.
more. Nah.
Amen.
When my girls came out of relationships, because
Yeah.
you know, COVID was also a relationship remover. Like,
Yeah,
bare people broke up.
Solvent.
And the girls that I know, when they broke,
Yeah. But girls move on. Girls move on quicker anyway. Like guys will like go out the weekend they break up and then pretend it's bliss and then drag out the breakup thing for longer and it's long.
Yeah.
Girls will like have like ice cream and pajamas with the girls for a month and then after that month,
Done.
Boyfriend who?
Finished.
What Paige who?
finished.
Ben bars and then like it's like T plus 30.
Yeah.
Kaboom.
Yeah,
We're out and about.
One of like my best friend, like when she broke up with her ex during COVID, and it was literally like a month of grieving, and
Mm-hmm.
then one day it was the day that they went to Dubai, right? The one day she went, I'm done. And
Done.
we were like, rah.
Nah.
Like it was a year of madness. Madness.
But that's how it goes. So,
Yeah.
so normally I would tell him like,
It's like
listen,
making
bro,
up for lost time, isn't
yeah,
it?
innit? But that's what it is, no? I'd be like, listen, be cool. I'm sure it'll be fine. If she likes you, she likes you. It is a bit bleak for him on this one. He can't do anything. What she needs to do, if she really wants to keep him, is basically toy him.
The thing is about me, yeah,
Toy
is
him.
I typically like to do this courting thing for about 9 months.
Yes.
Before anything.
No, but they've
can
given
even
that up because
begin.
they've been fucking each other for
No,
time.
why-
You said a
guys,
few months.
That's time.
So
We've
9
forgotten.
months gives her summer and a bit of autumn.
We've forgotten a classic line. Mm-hmm. Let's not put a label on it.
Yes. No, but he wants to put a label on it.
No, but let's not put
Let's
a label
not-
on
let's
it.
not
It's
put a label on
2022, babes. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's be fluid.
There's one thing that COVID taught me about life.
It's too short.
It's too short.
It's fragile.
Why do we even need to define this?
It's unpredictable. Who knows where we'll be next year? We're in a
I'm-
fucking war.
I'm intrigued.
We could decide to be each other's tomorrow and then not be here next week.
I'm
Do you know-
intrigued.
What's the point?
I'm intrigued.
What's the point?
I'm intrigued as to why your game voice has become Peggy Mitchell. More
She had game.
More than anything.
Pegs.
Yo, rest
Yeah.
in peace,
Rest in
Babs,
peace,
yo.
Auntie Babs.
Rest in peace,
100%.
Babs.
Pegs.
Yeah.
Pegs had game.
Oh,
Are you
100
mad?
what? She had Frank Butcher up in the bed in
She was
in
also
Benidorm.
she was also lang
Yeah,
back in the
her
day.
carry-on
100.
days. Her
60s
carry-on
queen.
days.
Holy moly.
Let's go.
So yeah, I think the unanimous
Is
decision
string my man along.
is unfortunately yeah, we're going against the bro code.
Sorry, fam.
the moist boys code.
Voice code.
You're gonna have to string him along a little bit.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to
Buy
find
time.
a very not an overly elaborate way of just distancing yourself from all conversations about settling down.
Yeah.
Encourage him to go out. You know, use terms like, look, if we're gonna be together for the rest of our days, you know, like you probably need to see a little bit of the world yourself. You need to go and do more things with your friends. Use little suggestions like that let him know that tomorrow is not the start of the settle down.
Yeah, I'm gonna be more blunt.
Okay.
Last episode's relationship advice scenario entailed one partner in the conversation not giving enough head.
Yeah.
My solution to this issue is whenever he raises the issue,
Just unzip. Okay.
sloppy toppy.
Yeah.
No?
To be honest, yeah.
Yeah.
Head
I mean,
is
that's-
the
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also a few
Head
sticky
is the
ones.
future. Thank you for your submissions.
Keep them coming.
Keep them coming. New music this week. The only thing you should be listening to in the last couple of weeks is Brent Fayaz, Wasteland, and
amazing.
Burna Boy, Love Damini. Toxic Boys, City Boys, Yoruba Demons. Although, I mean, Burna Boy's not Yoruba, but whatever.
Yeah.
Nigerian Demons, we are up. City Boys, we are up. Moist Boys, we are up.
We're up.
A shameless plug for a show that I did not produce. Documentary on Netflix about Afrobeats. Brilliant.
Oh yeah.
It's like the history of Afrobeats. It's actually pretty
What's
sick.
it called?
Swear down.
It's just literally the history of Afrobeats.
Yeah, I'm about to fly out to Kazakhstan and Azerbaijan this weekend.
Hey.
So I'm going to offline download that in there.
Are we not?
Bliss.
Are we still the number 14 podcast in Azerbaijan? Have we dropped
Yo,
off?
I don't know actually. I need to check. But
Yeah, come.
Yo, shout out our Azeri listeners.
The Azeri gang.
Is it Azeri?
Yeah.
That's
Sagol,
sexy
and then
still.
do you know what Sagol means? Means thank you in Azeri.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm
Sagol.
about to find out. I'm gonna be there for a
Sago.
few days.
Sagol.
But yeah, Grace.
It has been a pleasure.
Always.
Always.
Don't leave it this long next
Yes. Come visit.
I'll be back in the east.
time. Shout out Irene.
Winds from the
Yes,
south.
Auntie Irene.
You are here in bars and in spirits.
Yes, please.
I love you guys, but
We'll
she's never
see
going
you
to listen to
soon.
this podcast.
Big Michael.
She's gonna be on this podcast.
Irene and Big Mike, you have raised a beautiful, beautiful daughter.
Yes, amen.
She's a
We thank God,
wonderful,
dude.
wonderful,
We thank God.
wonderful
and
specimen.
a wise one.
We
She's
thank
one
God,
of my,
though.
she's one of my favorite people.
Amen.
She's one of my
God.
faves.
Amen.
Stop it
We
now.
thank you for your guidance,
Yes.
for your upbringings.
Yes, your service.
Honestly, Irene. Thank
Johnny,
God. G Unit.
raise a glass to another one.
Johnny.
I've drunk entirely too much for an episode.
Yeah,
I blame you
Back,
for
back.
that.
but
The Nuggets did their thing though. To everybody, you know where to find us. Same place in a couple of weeks.
Stay classy.
Shabbat Shalom and that.
Peace.
A-Town down.